field. And Malachek touches in a time of 52.92, a new high school national record. Back to back to back to back state champions. Welcome inside Memorial Stadium. You are looking at Tom Osborne Field as over the course of the last hour and a half, a white blanket has covered Memorial Stadium as we get ready for Class A championship football. Welcome into Memorial Stadium here in Lincoln, Nebraska on NET Sports, Nebraska's home for championship sports. Our final state championship of these 2 days on NET as the Westside Warriors at 10-2 take on the undefeated Thunderbirds of Bellevue West. And hello again, everyone. I'm Larry Putney along with Damon Benning. Great to have you with us one final time as we get ready to close out our 2019 NSAA championships with the Class A showdown. Westside has an outstanding quarterback in Cole Payton.
Yeah, he does just a little bit of everything for Westside. He's a baseball player, too, so he knows how to manage failures, stay in the moment. He's clutch and his big play after big play guy. He's got really good feet, so he's good in the quarterback run game. And pinpoint accuracy. He is fantastic as a signal caller.
Well, if you're thinking about big play guys in the Metro, you probably just look for Jay Drucker, right?
Yeah, he's easy to spot, right? He reminds me of like Mr. Clean and the Magic Eraser. Although Javon Ducker is the human eraser. He's the running back that can make just about any offensive line look good. He's a tough runner, a subtle runner. He is smooth to the hole. And he gets there in a hurry. You don't amass 38 touchdowns without being able to find the pylon.
Yeah, it's been a highly anticipated showdown between Westside and Bell West. Kind of braving the temperatures and conditions down in the field. It'll be Sean Callahan. Let's get on to Sean.
Hey, good evening, guys. As you can see, a beautiful night here on the field at Memorial Stadium, and we are going to be treated to one of the better wide receiver defensive back matchups maybe we've ever seen in the state of Nebraska. We got Avante Dickerson of Omaha Westside and Xavier Betts at Bellevue West, and these two guys squared off in a game 2 years ago. Dickerson was an unknown freshman. Betts already had a Nebraska offer. Dickerson was an unknown guy at that time. He held Betts to one of his worst games of his career, returned 2 kicks for touchdowns in that game as a freshman, and they won that game 72-63. So that's the most recent meeting, and it'll be interesting to see how Betts and Dickerson square off here tonight.
Yeah, thanks very much, Sean, especially given these conditions, as we're expecting the snow to continue throughout the evening, and you see the snow/ice with those black tire pellets that have popped up from the field. And here is how we are getting the field ready tonight. They're using shovels to clear off the hash and the yard markers every 5 yards. You can see how that's kind of, look who's out there.
Who is that guy?
Sean Callahan out there clearing some yard markers, getting ready for this game. And some Huskers got together and enjoyed the snow.
Yeah. See Darian Daniels and
yeah.
Chris Walker looks like he ate a human being. That was in the red T-shirt there.
Yep.
The proud Lincoln East product.
Good crowd on hand. Student section from Bell West. Thunderbirds well represented. There's the West Side. Now the students, they're sitting down near the field, right?
Yeah.
Moms and dads, they're, they have their degrees. They're up underneath. They're up underneath the overhang.
Yeah, savvy and experienced, as you'd like to say.
That's right. Same on the Bell West side as well. Staying dry and trying to stay warm tonight as the temperatures we anticipate continuing to drop throughout the evening. The snow should continue through most of this game. We'll see how much accumulation we have. We're only expecting maybe an inch and a half here, or maybe 2 in Lincoln. Much more was expected out west, and they got much more. Here's a look at what we've done to date in terms of handing out state championships. We started yesterday morning with Osceola High Plains picking up that school's first ever state championship in the last year of the co-op. Then St. Francis, well, we got to a running clock. We could have had a running clock before halftime in that one, as St. Francis ran away with it. Maybe the best game so far has been in Class B. Scotts Bluff scored late, went for two, didn't make it, and they lose to Scott 21-20. This afternoon in C1, or actually this morning, Wahoo with no trouble over Pierce 38-0 in a very chilly and icy game this morning. And then Oakland Craig this afternoon knocked off Sutton. Oakland Craig picking up its first title since 1995, and that leaves one left, and that is tonight's Class A championship between the Westside Warriors at 10-2 on the year and the Bellevue West Thunderbirds undefeated at 12-0. We are about ready to introduce both teams here that will compete for this Class A state championship from here in Lincoln, Nebraska at Memorial Stadium. The teams are lined up, the cheerleaders are lined up, the fans are ready to go, and we are just moments away from championship football on NET. Let's go to Rich Broderson for introductions.
And now, ladies and gentlemen, time for the introduction of the players and coaches. And we begin with the Omaha Westside Warriors. Number 8, Travis Ingram. Number 9, Cole Payton. Number 10, Ben Redissa. Number 11, Jake Holmstrom. Number 15, Grant Taggy. Number 17, Trevor Barajas. Number 23, Dominic Rizak. Number 24, Jack Wimmer. Number 25, Kobe Bretz. Number 28, Avante Dickerson. Number 33, Jackson Bush. Number 34, Bodie Harrell. Number 36, Will Hurtado. Number 51, Cade Haberman. Number 52, Jackson McMillan. Number 56, Bo Lucas. Number 59, Nate Knoll. Number 65, Jackson James. Number 84, Cal Wiedemann. The head coach for Omaha Westside, Brett Frent. And now the rest of the Omaha Westside High School players and coaches.
So there they are, the Warriors. They come in at 10-2 on the year. Run through the postseason, knocking off Prep, Lincoln Southeast, and Millard South. Here's a look at the team comparisons between these two teams. Points per game, heavily favored by the Thunderbirds. Points allowed also Bell West, who has an underappreciated defense. And the takeaways also favor. So if you're just doing a side-by-side, heavily weighted on the right-hand column.
Yeah, a lot of people get into strength of schedule. Don't let it fool you. Bell West, regardless of who they played, belongs here, as does Westside, who's avenged both losses.
Back to Rich to introduce you to the Bellevue West Thunderbirds.
And now, ladies and gentlemen, the introduction of the players and the coaches for the Bellevue West Thunderbirds. We begin with number 3, Caden Helm. Number 5, Nate Sullivan. Number 6, Keegan Johnson. Number 8, Jay Ducker. Number 14 is Xavier Betts. Number 16, Devin Mills. Number 18, Nate Glantz. Number 19, Jack McDonald. Number 21, Cruz Gerardo. Number 22, Jerome Houston. Number 30, Jaden Roberts. Number 31, Kier. Number 41, CJ Lillienkamp. Number 55, Henry Rickles. Number 58, Caden Camise. Number 62, Kakoa Chai. Number 70, Thomas Alt. Number 72, Caden Lynn. Number 73, Cameron Codet. Number 74, TJ Griffin. Number 98, Matthew Thompson. Number 99, David Shannon. The head coach for the Thunderbirds is Michael Huffman. And the rest of the Bellevue West High School players and coaches.
Well, it's an Omaha metro area showdown. Bellevue West, the Thunderbirds at 12-0, taking on the Westside Warriors 10-2 with a state championship on the line here in Class A. Let's take a look at the maps first. As we said, metro area teams, Westside and the Thunderbirds have not squared off this year.
That's about 15 minutes. Don't let the dots fool you.
Bell West with a win over Burke in the opening round, 48-0, and knocked off Millard West in a great game in the semis, 37-30. Westside avenged an earlier loss to Southeast High School in the quarters, knocking off Lincoln Southeast and then beating Millard South 31-14. Back to Rich Broderson we go.
On behalf of the Nebraska School Activities Association and its member schools, welcome to the 2019 NSAA State Football Championship Finals. Ladies and gentlemen, please rise and remove your hats to honor America. As the Lincoln Southwest High School Octet, under the direction of Denise Cotton, sings our national anthem.
Say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we held at the twilight's last gleaming, whose bright stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rocket's red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave?
Lincoln Southwest Octet, way to get the night started. We've got snowfall here in Lincoln. Should be an interesting state championship in Class A. Come on back. It's Westside and Bellevue West.
Whether it's spring planting, fall harvesting, or just a drive across the state, soy biodiesel helps a diesel-powered engine operate in a demanding job. Soybean oil from Nebraska soybeans makes biodiesel a renewable fuel that's also environmentally responsible. The soybean checkoff plays a major role in supporting the use and availability of biodiesel. The Nebraska Soybean Board, growing opportunity from the ground up.
Chadron State College, offering several online master's programs. Students can earn an organizational management degree in human services, sports management, or natural resources. Chadron State College also offers an accredited online Master of Business Administration degree. The 8-week online courses allow students to work at their own pace wherever they are. Chadron State College, serving Nebraska and beyond since 1911. Information at csc.edu.
Interactive exhibits for all ages bring sports to life at the Nebraska High School Sports Hall of Fame. Nebraska's history of high school sports is alive, while historic memorabilia preserve the rich heritage.
The Nebraska High School Sports Hall of Fame is for fans of all high school sports, like me.
Inside the NSAA headquarters at 500 Charleston Street, just north of Haymarket Park in Lincoln. More information at nebhalloffame.org.
I'm Nicole Brungart, and I'm a part of the U.S. Women's Bobsled team. I'm a 4-time All-American, and I'm from Norfolk, Nebraska. Bobsledding was definitely not in the picture when I was growing up, but I'm thankful to be where I'm at, and I'll never take that for granted. In my career, I'm getting bumped around, bruised in the back of the bobsled, so it's super important that I keep up with my sleep, my nutrition, seeing my trainer, seeing the chiropractor, and staying in the gym so I can be at the top of my game when competition comes.
Back at a snowy Memorial Stadium, 33 degrees. We still have light snow coming down, winds out of the north, and it feels like 17 degrees here at Memorial Stadium. Our white hat is Matt Powell. There's the rest of his crew. Bill McGuire, Mike Edwards, John Dostal, Gary Freeman, red hat Rick Stromer, one of the best crews in the state we have tonight officiating this Class A game. There is Brent Freund, 11-year head coach for the Westside Warriors. Been at Westside since '93. Michael Huffman in his 7th year on the sideline as the head coach of the Thunderbirds.
You're not kidding with Matt Powell. He's fantastic as a white hat. We have had him several times in several, pretty important, what I would call very emotional games. He does an outstanding job. You watch his mechanics and kind of how he leads his crew. He's the best of the best right there.
So we're ready to go here in Class A, the state championship on the line for 12-minute quarters until we decide who's taking home the coveted state championship trophy. We will have a new champ this year in Class A. Kicking it deep for the Warriors. Aiden Jackson to kick it away. And we had a flag before the kick.
Dead ball. Delay game on the kicking team. 5-yard penalty. Free kick.
Yeah, you will almost never see that. And right on cue, the crew brings attention to themselves. I'm still sticking by what I said with the white hat. He's usually outstanding. You will almost never see that. Trying to get their footing.
You hear yelling, hurry up, as the clock is already going. He's like, I don't even have a football.
Well, they don't have a ball, so they've got to rewind the clock. Everybody's panicking for no reason. They won't set it until he receives it.
Well, they're panicking for good reason. They just had,
yeah, I'm telling you, and
delay his game
since 2002 and doing this, I've never seen that call.
Yeah, I don't think I have either. So Aiden Jackson ready to kick it off here for the Westside Warriors. Back deep. Number 14, Xavier Betts. Number 6, Keegan Johnson. High end over end, and that'll go to Keegan, who bobbles it. Johnson now out about the 10, and he won't get much further than there, out maybe to the 12-yard line. Good job on special teams by these Warriors, and that is where the Thunderbirds will begin. Out there at quarterback for the Thunderbirds is Nate Glantz. There you're looking at Jay Ducker. Ducker, the 5'10" senior running back who has an NSAA record 107 touchdowns on the season, nearing 1,900 yards rushing on the year. Again, Nate Glantz is at quarterback. Ducker to his right. They'll give it to Ducker on the first play. Dives forward, out past the 15 to about the 16-yard line. That'll bring up second down for the Thunderbirds.
You take a look at the impact players, you'll see that 3-4 front that Westside plays. Xavier Betts, obviously, the do-everything wide receiver, and the cool customer, Nate Glantz. As good as it comes, or as good as it gets when it comes to poise and moxie. And in my opinion, the X factor for Westside, Grant Taggy.
Here's Ducker again. Good cut back by Ducker. Leans forward, very near a first down, out past the 20. Past the 22, near the 23. It's going to be 3rd down and short.
And we talked earlier about hurry up and no huddle. These guys are both. They can step on the gas, and as soon as they spot it, they're rolling.
Glantz in the shotgun. Give the Ducker again. Plenty of room for the first. Spins out of the tackle, leans forward out to the 30-yard line. Heavy dose of Jay Ducker here early on. The 5'10" senior running back for these Thunderbirds.
Sometimes people think high flying and aerial assault. They run it 51% of the time, and they're capable of bleeding clock.
Xavier Betts to the bottom of your screen, the Nebraska recruit. Here is Glantz. He'll keep it himself. Glantz very capable with the ball under his arm as well, as he's rushed for 489 yards on the year and 4 touchdowns.
He just doesn't get rattled. Both these quarterbacks, they're here for a reason. They steady this ship whenever the waters get choppy. It's happened very rarely for Bell West, but they were tested 2 weeks ago against Millard West.
Nice gain on first down of 6 yards. 2nd down and 4. To his right, Glantz looks downfield. He'll keep it himself. Breaks 1 tackle. Spins away from the 2nd. Finally piled up. Pushing him back is Dominic Rezic.
You take a look at Glantz when we see the replay. He'll do this a lot. You think you have him for a minimal gain or a loss. He all of a sudden tucks it, and they're in 2nd and 3rd and manageable. Has very good command of this offense.
Ingram there on the tackle as well. 3rd down and short. 2nd, 3rd down on this opening drive here for the Thunderbirds. Keep again. Very near the first down marker. He needed to get past the 40-yard line, and looks like he has right at the 40, and he does have a first down. Matt Powell wasting no time and saying first down.
If you've watched Bellevue West, not real surprising. They had an 18-play drive against us. They had a 7-minute drive against Millard West for the clinching score. They're very capable of ground and pound.
Ducker motions out. Glantz looks to his right. Keegan Johnson with the grab. And Johnson with a nice gain on first down.
One of the keys for this Westside defense is to make sure that they tackle in space. It's a very rhythmic offense. They spread you out, and this is what you have to do. Rally, keep it in front, make them snap it again. Hard to really understand how big and rangy these Bell West wide receivers are until you stand next to them. It is an impressive, physical-looking group.
Ball's on the ground, picked up under pressure, throws it away, incomplete. Intended receiver out there is Nate Sullivan. But what a heady play there by Glantz to get it away, as long as it wasn't too dangerous.
Yeah, you know, it's like that line in Rocky IV. You see, he's not a machine, he's a man. That's very uncharacteristic of Glantz. He is usually steady Eddie.
Longest 3rd down conversion to date for the Thunderbirds. Toss outside, here's Ducker, turns it up. Ducker is going to be just short. Coming down the line, and a nice tackle there by Cade Haberman. Haberman, 75 tackles on the year.
He's a fantastic player. He's come from playing the end. They've moved him to nose. He's very versatile. He's a great offensive lineman. His dad happens to be an amazing coordinator. He's pretty complete. Not out of the ordinary here for Bell West to go for it. Like I said, they keep their foot on the gas.
Half yard to go on 4th down. Ducker in the Wildcat. Ducker will keep. Breaks the tackle right at the line of scrimmage and gets the first down. First man there had an opportunity. Ducker broke the tackle and picks up the 4th first down on this drive.
We'll see this quite a bit from them when they go to the Wildcat. A lot of time we've seen this is a recurring theme right over the last 48 hours. Coaches want the ball in the hands of their best players. Number 8 fits that category.
6 carries already for Ducker. In motion to give to Keegan Johnson. Near side, Johnson has some room. Broke a tackle. Still on his feet. Keegan Johnson. Near side, down the sideline. Keegan Johnson. Touchdown, Bellevue West.
I was talking to a good friend of mine before this game started, and he was asking me about matchups. I said that gentleman right there is the X factor for Bell West offense. Physically, he's as gifted as any of the Johnson brothers.
We have a flag on the play, Damon. Didn't mean to interrupt. Go ahead.
And as multifaceted as they come, he's a good two-way player. He is hard to handle in the open field.
Let's see what Matt Powell says as both teams start making their way back to midfield.
It's important for Westside to get lined up. They have a little miscommunication there.
Foul, hands in the face on the defense, number 52. The touchdown is good. The 15-yard penalty be assessed on the kickoff.
And so now they start making their way back to the end zone. Both teams had begun back to midfield.
Yeah, there you can see it in the top left of the screen for those of you at home. See, that's not going to get it done. Westside's going to find that out in a hurry.
Flag came well behind the play.
That's usually the sure tackling, too, of a guy that I think is a pretty underappreciated defensive player in Kobe Bretz. You better bring your hands. It's just not about shoulder throwing and lunging when it comes to tackling this Bellevue West bunch.
Cruz Gerardo, extra point, no good. Pulls it right. What a run for the junior, Keegan Johnson. He's a D1 recruit also.
Yeah.
Showing why as Bell West on the board.
Early mornings, late nights, emotionally, physically, mentally tougher. Generations of trust, innovation, and hard work done side by side. The decisions you make for your land and livestock have a direct impact on your operation, the region, and the world. That is why we're there when you need us anytime, every time. We both have one chance, one season, one mission, tougher together. Aurora and you.
The money that comes from Constellation goes directly back into our county 4-H program. So they're directly impacting young people and the development of young people, whether that's leadership development, citizenship development, or helping them develop life skills.
Constellation provides natural gas for Nebraska homes, farms, ranches, and businesses. Through our support for 4-H and FFA, we're providing energy for Nebraska's future as well. Natural gas from Constellation.
You gotta be physical tonight. And the last one's my favorite. We gotta have fun. Because football is fun, and we know how to do that. I'm proud of you guys, and I can't wait to see what you do tonight.
Good message there from Coach Michael Huffman in the pregame locker room. And Bell West out to the quick start. They're on top 6-0 here, 7:24 to go in quarter number 1.
Earlier in the day, we were talking about teams taking on the personalities of their coach with regards to Sutton and Oakland Craig. And this is another example here. Coach Huffman, very brash, ton of confidence. You saw a lot of flexing and posturing by the Bell West bunch. Coach Freund, very buttoned up, as is his West Side Warriors.
Cruz Gerardo with a high end-over-end short kick. It'll be taken at about the 15-yard line. Room up the middle. Still on his feet, out past the 30-yard line. And a nice return by the West Side Warriors. Bodie Harrell out past the 30.
He's a very underappreciated runner in the Metro as Bodie Harrell. You see him in the return game with a little bit of space. He's going to have to play a fairly important role tonight to give this West Side offense some balance from the running back spot as well.
So now on for the first time is this West Side offense led by quarterback Cole Payton, the 6'2 junior. 871 yards rushing on the year. He's thrown for better than 1,900. Dickerson is to his right, and Dickerson will take the ball. They'll check that. It will stay with Cole Payton, through the camera and me.
Well, I tell you, Cole Payton's going to do that to you. He is a very nifty ball handler. We talked about the QB run game in the opener. He's not afraid. He'll get you for 10, 12, 30. Deceptive speed and elite level toughness.
Payton now back in the shotgun, flanked by Dickerson, who motions out. Hurtado still in the backfield. He'll call his own number again. And not much there. Good play by Jaden Roberts from that will linebacker spot to make the play.
Yeah, he'll hit you as we take a look at the impact players. Two of the aforementioned, Bodie Harrell, who's going to have to carry it a little bit, and Avante Dickerson, who's going to have to play a little bit of an offensive role, in my opinion. Can't just do it on the defensive end. And then Jack McDonald, he's everywhere for this T-Bird defense.
Third down and short. Payton keeps it. First down. Cole Payton driven out of bounds. Tackle made by C.J. Lillienkamp.
This Westside offense is going to be quite the headache for this defensive staff at Bell West. If you want to play them with a too high look, you better get down into the box from your safeties and tackle, because the quarterback run game is always in play.
Payton keeps it again out past midfield into Bell West territory. Good carry on first down, a gain of about 6 yards. That'll bring up second down and 4 for the Warriors.
Two of the better coached offensive lines in the state as well. They'll make everybody's short list in terms of quality instructors.
Quick toss out in the flat by Grant Taggy, and Taggy, good yardage near a first down. Maybe a yard short. He'll be at the 45.
I think you'll see tonight, for your viewing pleasure at home, two teams who really do a good job of controlling the perimeter. A lot of stretch east to west running and passing game. You can't do it without good edge control. Both teams have it.
Third and short. Payton under center. Gives to Dickerson. He's got enough for the first down. Leans forward inside the 40-yard line, maybe down to the 39, as this West Side drive stays alive.
Take a look, a little offset eye, just downhill ISO right there. Really good job on the lead block from Will Hurtado.
Another first down for the Warriors. Ball on the ground. Payton tries to pick it up, still on the ground, and it's loose, and he pulls it in at the last second.
Yeah, run the ball guy at home, as you know, you can hear him or her yelling from their seats. That's why you get underneath center. That ball never got off the ground, and the first negative play for Westside gets them off schedule by quite a bit. Second and 17, 15.
Dickerson in the backfield, along with Will Hurtado. This time Cole Payton under center. In motion on the reverse, double reverse pass, under pressure. Cole's going to go up top over his intended receiver, Taggy.
And that's a really good matchup with Cruz on Taggy. Cruz Gerardo's a good player. I see a lot of corners that turn kicker. This one sailed a little bit on Cole Payton. A little trickeration early. Well, they've got the full complement. You'll see both teams get into the bag of tricks.
5 in the pattern. Empty set for Cole Payton. Third down and 16. And a flag on the play.
Illegal snap infraction on the offense. 5-yard penalty. Third down.
It's a classic case. You guys that coach O-line or have played center, it's not coming off the ground. It's slipping out of his hand. So there it is. It drags along the ground. You can tell right away.
It's happened twice here early on for Bo Lucas. Now he's getting rid of the glove. So 3rd and longer now. 3rd and 21 upcoming. Pump fake over the middle. Picked off. No, incomplete. Nearly picked off right in the hands of the Bell West defender, Jack McDonald.
I couldn't really step up. That's a heck of a pass rush from David Shannon. When the big fella gets going, he can play. He occupies the middle. He gives you the little shimmy. Jack McDonald trying to high point that one.
So 4th down. Maybe a quick kick here. And another snap infraction as the snap does not get back.
It's dead ball. Illegal snap infraction. Number 56 of the offense. 5-yard penalty. 4th down.
You think about it, it's probably, Damon, the first time that he's had to snap in this kind of conditions.
It is, although he comes from some good championship pedigree stock. His dad, the superintendent of the Westside School District, and Mike Lucas coming over from York. It's a big time game for that young man. Just take a deep breath.
So Coach Brent Freund will send in the kicking unit. Aiden Jackson in there to punt it away. Over the head of Aiden Jackson, and the snapping woes continue for Westside. Kicked out of bounds, and it's going to be Bell West ball at about the...
He's going to walk it forward. Boy, that is a favorable spot. If you're Westside, you'll take it. Thought he may walk the dog and bring that one back. With the airmail. In weather like this, it is imperative. Bum down, ball down. When that tail gets a little high, so does the football.
Second possession now for the Thunderbirds. Already on top 6-0.
Have to be careful here with quick strike.
Glance looking downfield. Here's Xavier Betts, and Betts with plenty of room out in front. Look out. Betts with the completion. Push it and shove it after they both went out of bounds.
Xavier Betts wearing 14. I can only imagine where the number 15 is as we take a look at the replay. Little slip screen. They give you the full complement, right, with this wide receiving core. Quick game, short game, intermediate game. They'll stack you with the high-low game.
Carry by Glance, not much there.
Right now, if you're at home cheering for the Westside Warriors, you got to hope that they get their composure. Sudden change, Bell West can be overwhelming. You've got to take some deep breaths and settle in. Plenty of game left.
Stop there was by Barajas.
If you're rooting on the T-Birds, you're hoping that they just continue to pour gas. They heat up in a hurry.
In motion is Betts. Betts has it around the right side. He's got some room in front of him and a blocker. Betts inside the 20 and pushed out of bounds near the 15-yard line.
They ran a similar play to him against Burke a couple of weeks ago, and 89 yards later, they're celebrating it. The playmakers in purple. Look at the offensive line get out and run. I talked about the perimeter blocking. That is their all-state potentially running back in Javon Ducker leading the way down the field.
That's right.
An unselfish bunch out there on the edge.
15 yards on the carry for Betts. First down and 10, ball at the 15. Give to Ducker. He has room up the middle. Ducker in there for the touchdown.
to be very emotionally disciplined against this T-Bird bunch. They will kerosene this thing if they can. You've got to keep your composure. You see the complementary play, right? They give you the jet motion, the little fold block. It acts like trap. That design is tough to handle without having seen it live. They do a very good job with the nuances.
Extra point try is off the upright and no good. So 12-0 here. First quarter action. Not even touched.
No. You just can't relax. He has to lead the Metro in 2-point conversions. Coach Huffman won't be ruffled by the 2 missed extra points. If you're Westside now, first of all, you got to get the kick fielded, and they may not kick it off. You could see any sort of onside, some sort of squib. He is the proverbial great white, Coach Huffman, in terms of smelling blood in the water. If you're Westside, to calm the waters, got to get back to your run game, a little bit more of your conventional run game. A lot of pressure right now on Cole Payton to carry the mail. He needs to get some help from his friends with Dickerson and Bodie Harrell.
So Cruz Hurtado will kick it away.
That's that thick, wet stuff. Take a look at that.
Clearing it out.
Footing will be an issue all night. He said shotgun spread wouldn't work late November. When you're good, anything can work. It's a little bit of a misnomer. Westside, you've got to get that bad snap out of your head. You were moving the ball almost at will until the 2 bad snaps.
Short kick again. Take it at the 15. Returned again. Bodie Harrell out past the 30 to about the 32-yard line. Second opportunity upcoming for the Westside Warriors. Had a good drive going on that initial drive, and a couple of bad snaps and a penalty got them behind the down and distance and slowed the opportunity. Payton back out there. Under pressure, rolls to his right. Incomplete. Intended for tagging.
A lot of times, coaches, when they're seeing an unfamiliar opponent, they'll call some other coaches around the Metro. And I think the best piece of advice that Coach Frank could receive is don't feel compelled or the pressure to have to match scores. Because what happens is you get out of your game. You have to just do you. And at the end of the day, hope that that's good enough.
Payton quickly out into the flat, complete. Leading the way on the tackle is Jaden Roberts, along with Devin Mills.
Take a look at the replay here. Trying to go to the quick game, get Cole Payton something easy, but in order to do that, you have to win out on the perimeter. Wyatt Cooper getting busy handling Wiedemann out there on the edge.
So 3rd down and 8 now. Harrell in the backfield along with Payton, back to throw. Looks downfield, someone in his face, incomplete. And the pressure again right up the middle by big number 99, David Shannon. Right in Payton's face.
Yeah, how about the coverage? This zone is played well, understands where his help is. You got to probably work your way back to the ball if you're Holmstrom. Give your QB a chance. That one's on time. The big fella's deceptively quick, isn't he?
Already the 4th quarterback hurry.
Yeah, his motor revs high.
Bobbled kick again, got it away. Aiden Jackson kicks it inside the 40 down to about the 38-yard line. 3rd possession upcoming for the Thunderbirds. So you can watch NET Sports anytime, anywhere. Download the free NET Nebraska app today. Watch college player profiles, full-length episodes from Big Red Wrap-Up, live web streams. Plenty more. Just search for NET Nebraska in the App Store or download free at netnebraska.org/apps. 2 possessions, 2 touchdowns for the Thunderbirds. And here's Ducker again. Good gain on 1st down by Ducker, about 3 or 4 yards. Will bring up 2nd down. And down on the field.
That's Travis Ingram. Yeah, he took on a puller, and he had 2 of them. Trying to hold force with an odd man front against this offensive line can cause you problems. Westside has enough versatility, though, with their coaching staff. They can get out of the odd man front, or should I say the 3-man front, and can get in some even front, too. We'll see what the next chess piece is that the staff chooses to move.
Well, it has been a 1-2 punch for this Bellevue West offense with Jay Ducker and Xavier Betts. Look at the numbers for both. Ducker averaging nearly 160 a game to lead Class A. 3rd in all classes with nearly 1,900 yards, over 1,900 now after tonight. And just picked up touchdown number 37. Has 107 total touchdowns, an NSAA record. Right side, you look at the numbers for Betts, just as impressive.
Yeah, people say the film doesn't lie, but it doesn't paint an accurate picture of Ducker. He's deceptively fast. He's extremely strong. You think he's not moving until he's on top of you, and then all of a sudden you're checking the back of his jersey. He's a guy that takes a little bit of time to gauge as a defender. Very patient runner.
They'll glance back in the shotgun. Betts in motion. They'll flip it to Betts again. Betts on the far side has blockers out there, and he'll be drugged down from behind all the way across the field on the play by Will Hurtado.
Yeah, they're going to get, I think, Nate Sullivan there on the block in the back, or the hold, whichever you prefer, once the back was turned. Again, anytime you get to the edges like this, you have to be very, very good on the perimeter as blockers.
Walking back on the offense, number 5, 10-yard penalty, 2nd down.
You take a look at the replay here. Now there you see the tail end of it. Can't relax here, though. Down in distance means very little to this offense.
So the 10-yard penalty brings up 2nd down now and 20. And the pass is incomplete. Intended for Ducker.
I mean, Keegan Johnson right there.
Keegan Johnson.
If you're Westside, again, be looking for something a little out of the ordinary. A double move, a hitch and pitch type thing. You just never know with this offense.
3rd and long upcoming.
These great big splits by these wide receivers. They stretch you.
Kept by glance, not much there. The play made by Trevor Barajas, the inside linebacker, leading tackler for this Warriors squad.
Yeah, he's a big, strong player, downhill runner. It's going to have to understand edges tonight with this game played with so many angles. lot of pinning and pulling from Bell West, but that's a great defensive series for Westside. You may say, hey, well, there was a penalty. Well, if you're Westside, you didn't just stand around and hope that a penalty would happen. You set the edge and forced the issue.
We have a timeout on the field. Let's take a look back at last year's Class A state championship.
Grand Island faced Omaha Burke with hopes of bringing home the 2018 Class A football title. The Islanders dominated throughout the first half, recording 208 total offensive yards and gaining an 11-point lead. The Bulldogs came into the second half ready to battle, but the competition was still close. Grand Island led by 3 with less than 7 minutes left in the game. Then, Burke's Tyler Chadwick and Xavier Betts connected for a touchdown to take the lead late in the fourth. The Bulldogs held on to that lead until the final seconds of the game to take home the 2018 championship trophy.
Let's go back down to the field to Sean Callahan.
Guys, obviously on TV, it looks miserable, it looks slick down here, but I'll tell you, nobody is complaining. In fact, everyone I've talked to is embracing the atmosphere, the elements. I think the consensus is, hey, we're going to be talking about this for 20, 30 years from now, that special night at Memorial Stadium with the snow on the field, and all the guys are really having fun down here.
It does make for memories, there's no doubt about that.
Yeah, at the end of the day, these young people having fun playing a game. You know what you were like when you were out there in the snow, Larry.
Making snow angels.
I bet.
The punt is away by Glantz. Not much on the return. And they're going to say forward progress was stopped before the ball came out. Taggy on the return. Stripped out of there by the Thunderbirds.
Find yourself saying number 19 quite a bit, don't you? Pay attention when the whistle blew, because that's going to matter.
Very close. And remember, this year in these high school championships, we have replay. Let's take another look and listen.
Thought he was going to get kick-catch interference.
Cole Payton back out there with the Warriors. First down and 10. Carried by Harrell. Bodie Harrell around that right side.
See, that doesn't look like much, but I think it's Harrell and Dickerson that need some touches out of the run game. Cole Payton take a breather and kind of settle down a little bit.
Matt Thompson with the tackle for the Thunderbirds. Gain of 3 on the play. Second down, 7.
There's some crackback block on the edges. Ooh.
Once again, right there is Thompson to stop Cole Payton.
You see Haberman and Lucas having some discussions about how to handle this up front. You look for the scramble, there was a whiff backside, and it's the big fella. They go to cut him off backside, he slips, and he let 99 run free. Boy, he has interjected himself into this storyline early, hasn't he?
Right away. Third down and 7 for the Warriors. Payton out into the flat, connects with Harrell, he's got a first down. Pulled down by McDonald.
I think Harrell's a really, really good player. Underappreciated, does a lot of the little things, and he's consistent. You need steady sometimes to negate flashy. Sometimes you just have to calm the water. Harrell's that guy. That may get Payton going. You know, he missed a couple of guys early, and he can have a tendency to press, but usually he gets it together.
End of quarter number 1 here at Memorial Stadium. A couple of touchdowns early on in the first for the Thunderbirds, and they lead it 12-0.
The morning doesn't always start when you want it to. It starts when it has to. And day or night, we're up when you are. Through the good times, through the tough times, for the necessary and the unexpected. Even when you don't need us at all, we're just a light switch away. And when it's finally time to call it a night, we keep the lights on, ready to do it all over again. Nebraska Public Power District, powering your everyday, every day.
Not just on the good days. Not just on the challenging ones. Not just during business hours. Or when relaxing. But always. For the past 125 years, Farmers Mutual of Nebraska, always alongside you.
Coverage of the 2019 NSAA High School Football Championships on NET is made possible in part by the Nebraska Soybean Board, Education Quest Foundation, the Nebraska Public Power District, Aurora Cooperative, Constellation Energy, and Sarpy County Tourism. A big thank you to all of our sponsors who help us bring you the best high school athletes from across the state. We could not do it without your support. And welcome back to Memorial Stadium, Class A state championship between Bellevue West and Westside, 12-0 early on. It's been an impressive performance by this Bellevue West defense.
Yeah, offense gets all the accolades and press clippings, but take a look at the points allowed by this defense.
First and 10, here's Harrell again. Harrell is met right away by Matthew Thompson, along with Jaden Roberts on the tackle.
Can't stress this enough, LP. That doesn't look like much. It's only a 2-yard gain, but you go back and try to find huddle film of where Bell West defense has had to defend double-digit snaps on a drive. It's like seeing a unicorn.
Peyton keeps himself, and defenders are out there. A little stutter step buys him a bit of room, but not much. He's drugged down out of the corner. Play by C.J. Lillienkamp.
I know you get the sense there's multiple number 19s out there, but there aren't. There's just one, and he's really good.
3rd down and 8 upcoming. You look at what this Bellevue West defense has done against other good rushing teams. A team you're familiar with, Omaha North, just 91 yards against them.
Wait, is that what happened?
Negative yards rushing against Lincoln East. They allowed only 21 in the first quarter to this Westside squad. Little flare out in the backfield to Harrell, incomplete. C.J. Lillienkamp was there to make the play, even if it was complete. That'll bring up a 4th down.
Yeah, that's the difference between 4th and a potential 2 or 3 maybe. You figure Harrell's gonna get you 5 or 6, and now you got to check the clock. 4th and 8, where are we? What are my best plays? Find 15 and see where he is. He's at the top of the screen. He's got single coverage. He's got to get zone played underneath him though.
Holstrom goes in motion, the quick kick, and that will roll inside the 5, and a terrific quick kick down at the 3-yard line, down by Taggy.
Yeah, that is well done. If you're Westside, you got to build on that. See if you can't keep them from flipping the field on you. Take a look at the replay here. I like the motion, and when your quarterback is the punter, it's always dangerous, especially when they go rugby style. You have to ask the officiating crew every game, hey, when is he live? Because they'll keep it on you, and you're afraid to hit him because you'll get a roughing the punter call.
So 1st down and 10 from their own 3-yard line. Ducker is stacked up right at the line of scrimmage. Taggy pushes him backward. Initial contact made by big number 51, Cade Haberman again.
And see, if I'm Westside and that defensive staff, I kind of move 15 around. I play with my front 7 and let 15 be my free runner hitter.
Haberman has made a couple of nice plays here early on. Not only down the line as Ducker is tackled again by Cade Haberman.
It's one of the best young two-way linemen in the state. Make no mistake about it. He is the real deal.
Brent Freund says of Haberman, he said if he's 6'2 and a half.
I mean, look at that.
Said if he was 6'4, he'd have all kinds of offers. But
he's fantastic, and I'm telling you, when you push around a guy like Caden Lind, you're doing work. 72 can play for Bell West.
3rd down and 8.
Guy, he just control. I mean, he's like two-gapping in there.
And he's there again. Another tackle by Haberman.
Look how he straightens up. He's got the good flat back. Watch 51 here on the replay. He fights off, the double, sheds, and makes the play. That's about as good as you're going to get. He's a little high, but when you're that explosive, you can get away with it being that strong. That's how you coach it. You maybe want to stay with that double a little longer if you're Bell West, but hey, you can't be perfect all the time.
It's like a wrestler there. He went on the single leg, too, after the contact.
That quick kick looks awful smart, doesn't it?
That's right. So the punt out to the 43, 44-yard line.
All right, if you're Coach Freund and company, you withstood the early flurry, right? It's like Mike Tyson in the first couple of rounds. See if you can get this thing into the later rounds. You survived the early punches. I'll see if you can't settle down and counter punch here a little bit. Starts with that guy right there. Missed a couple of throws. A few bad snaps. First time here in a while.
Best field position of the day, of the evening for the Warriors. Payton hands it off, and not much there for Westside and Radissa. Ben Radissa in there with the carry.
Yeah, between TJ Griffin and David Shannon, that's a lot of stuff going on inside for Bell West. And they are twin terrors in there. Guys at home see what they're doing too. They're playing them in what we call two eyes. They're head up on the guard sometimes, and if you can play that way and pull it off, it's difficult to stop because it frees you up, especially if they don't have to honor trap game or anything like that.
They've got Kate Haberman in the backfield now. Haberman back there along with Hurtado. Radissa back there as well. Ball on the ground.
That may be the other way.
Officials digging in the pile. Bellevue West says they have it, and they do.
Well, there is self-inflicted, and then there's what Westside is doing tonight.
C.J. Lillienkamp comes up with it from underneath the pile. Frustrated coach Brent Freund.
It's about as much emotion as you're going to see from him, too. Does a really good job, Mac. Look, they're already over the ball.
Take a shot here, Damon.
Yeah, we've talked about this a lot with officials over the past couple of years, where you can kind of get tendencies and tip. You'll see how sometimes those guards are deep set.
Step ball, false start.
It almost doesn't look like a legal formation.
5-yard penalty, first down.
Yeah, Cole's just got to handle that. Stay with it a little longer. But again, I mean, people made fun of Sam Darnold on Monday night for saying he saw ghosts. A lot of people think it, they just don't say it. 99 and 74, when they play over your guards like that, you'll have those thoughts.
Five-yard penalty makes it 1st and 15.
See those deep set guards?
Both of them back. Little fake pump out there. Gain of 6 yards on the carry. Ducker out of the Wildcat.
Yeah, the shoulder turn. These are two well-coached teams up front. Pretty good technicians, too. Both sides of the ball.
Give to Ducker. He's stacked up in the middle. Initial play made by Radissa, Ben Radissa on the tackle. That'll bring up 3rd down and 7 for Bellevue West.
Yeah, this is 2-down territory. Coach Huffman, he's probably thinking 2 downs to get 7 yards, especially from right around midfield.
Nothing there.
Yeah, that's kind of how I think Westside has to play. You talked earlier about Grant Taggy kind of being the X factor defensively. Move him around, occupy, and let him go hunt the football. See, he's a free defender right there. Schematically, he's a free runner hitter. I'll take my chances with number 15.
Once again, though, Haberman in the middle there, eating up 3 blocks as Taggy goes and gets the ball carrier. So on 4th and 10, it's punted away. Low line drive. It'll roll down to the 27-yard line. Time now to check out our NSAA championship trivia. If you're the first person to email the correct answer to sports@netnebraska.org, you'll win this extra large t-shirt, NAT Sports Championship t-shirt, our trivia. When was the last time a team outside of the Omaha and Lincoln metropolitan areas won a Class A football championship? First correct email to sports@netnebraska.org wins the NAT Sports Championship shirt. And remember, just 1 winner per household during these 2019 championships. It was more than a decade ago.
I like that.
Yep.
Can we win? Well, you can't win. I don't think they have extra small t-shirts, do they? Do they have like youth large?
Yeah.
Adult. Can you do an adult small?
Youth XL. I mean, if we're being honest.
Something to go along with those 30-28 pants you're rolling around in.
Yeah. It's back-to-back nights. You're on a roll, big boy. So 6:10 to go here before halftime. Bellevue West on top 12-0. Westside trying to get something going. Here's the carry by Peyton. Nice gain on 1st down for Peyton.
Oh, the 30-28 reference. There's a Rambo line in there, right? I didn't draw first blood. You did. If you take a look at the replay. You went there with the Orange Bowl MVP last night. Look at the patience by Peyton here in the snow. You got 2 pullers out there in front of you. And again, a good job locking up the perimeter. It's the only way edge run game works.
Gain of 4 on the reverse. Here's Dickerson, and Dickerson. Not much there. Nice play defensively.
You're
that Sam linebacker, Jack McDonald.
And you're playing the Kirkir's strengths right there. You got to go at number 31. If you will run away from him, again, a bobbled snap, and allow him to be a runner hitter, that's what he likes to do. He's got great size. He's got really good athleticism. To make him stay home and take things on. Don't allow him to run and play free.
Kirkir was also there on the tackle. Gain of just 1 on that last play, motioning out. And then out into the flat, complete to Harrell, and Harrell not going anywhere. First there to slow it down was Cruz Gerardo, and finished by Devin Mills. Bring up 4th down and 4. And in comes the punting unit for Westside.
Westside defensively has found a way to kind of stem the tide. The offense yet to really get it going. Need a good kick here. If you're Bell West, you got to hold your water, knowing that Westside could easily try to draw you off sides when it's less than 5 here.
And the up man here in this formation is Cole Payton. Bounce back there, tries to get it away, and just does. That will take a Warrior bounce and down to the 39-yard line.
So think almost probably a 1/5 of the plays that Westside has run tonight have either been dead plays or a bad snap because of the bad snap. Maybe a 1/4. I have to check with our,
including a couple punts and
crack statistician. Literally weathering the storm right there, Coach Freund.
Thunderbird offense back out there. Quick toss out to Ducker. Makes one man miss, tries to spin out of a second tackle. But a nice job by Jack Wimmer to take on the blocker and make the tackle.
Yeah, winning on the perimeter. I'm pretty impressed thus far with Westside being able to set the edge. Look at that. I mean, he's winning. Well, he's giving Nate Sullivan all he wants.
Dancing around trying to find room is Keegan Johnson. Not much there for Johnson. That'll bring up a long, probably 9 yards on third down.
You may be saying at home, you know, you don't get what all the fuss is about with Bell Rest, right? You think you're seeing the same 3 or 4 plays. And there are lots of variations, and you always have to be sound, because if you're not, that's when they get you.
Give up the middle to Ducker. Ducker still on his feet, out past the 49 to near the 50-yard line. Looks like he'll have enough for the first down. Converted on 3rd and 9 of the carry by Ducker.
Yeah, this is the play they scored the touchdown on earlier, the fold action. And then this is what Ducker does. The first guy seldom gets you, and he's very good after contact. Remember, in the open, we called him a deceptively heavy runner. Packs a punch with that frame.
Ducker to the lefted glance, and now motions out. Look to him in the flat and now downfield. Glance rolling to his right. Fires across the middle. Got him. Had Keegan Johnson out there, just misconnected.
Yeah, Glance with just the 1 interception on the year, and it didn't happen until 2 weeks ago. He is constantly keeping plays alive. Good job by Westside not allowing him out of the back gate. Playing with good leverage there. That's a tough throw, even for Glance. On the move in these elements.
It's been a very balanced offensive attack throughout the year. Adept at both running and throwing the football. And here's the run. Spinning out of the tackle, still on his feet is Ducker. Jay Ducker pulled down inside the 15-yard line.
Yeah, 2nd and 10. You feel like you may be in the driver's seat. It's just a simple zone run. And all of a sudden you're looking up at 1st and 10 from inside the 20. Look, just inside zone again. The fold block, really good job at the point of attack. And then the missed tackles.
36-yard gain on the carry for Jay Ducker.
Anytime 8 has the ball, you better make sure you hear the echo of the whistle.
Ducker again has room up the middle. Ducker in for the touchdown. Second touchdown of the night for Jay Ducker. And he's over 100 yards on the evening. 15 carries, 113 yards for Ducker.
Again, just zone. Getting a little help from little brother Micah Riley on the edge, 88. Just a pump, going to be another good one in that Bell West pipeline. Here's the 2-point conversion. Not out of the ordinary.
Empty backfield for Glance. Goes to his left, looks twice. Flips it and caught, bounced around and right into the arms of Micah Riley. 2-point conversion good for the Thunderbirds.
Yeah, the conversation in the Ducker household tonight or tomorrow will be something like this. Yeah, you may score touchdowns, big brother, but I'm just starting. And how'd you like my 2-point conversion as we take a look at the replay? About the art of the improv from Glance going to the ground. Riley with the great concentration. Ball thrown behind him. Good hands.
One more look.
Boy, Glance will get you. There is no such thing as a glancing blow with that QB. They all hurt.
Let's go down to the snowy field to Sean Callahan.
Guys, you saw Bellevue West go for 2 there. On their first 2 touchdowns, they obviously tried extra points, but the footing has been so tough for a soccer-style kicker. He usually made his extra points all year, but the footing had different plans, so that kind of led to the decision to go for 2 there, as they're just having a hard time, especially on extra points and field goals, getting the right footing to strike the ball.
Yeah, you can see him clearing it off for the kickoff as well, as he tries to clear a path. Left-handed kicker, Cruz Gerardo, senior for Bellevue West. So inside 2 minutes to go here before halftime, and Bellevue West has opened it up to a very comfortable 20-0 lead.
You look up and you don't really feel like this should be the score, but you can only have so many empty trips and bobbled snaps before it gets you. You feel like you played pretty good defense if you're Westside.
So Corrado to kick it away. Let's see if they keep it away from Dickerson. And they do. Up off the hands, and he's going to have to play this at the 7. Return here by Harrell, and not much there for Bodie Harrell after the bobble. And it has just been little mistake after little mistake right now for this Warrior squad.
Yeah, you've got to get to the half and hopefully keep this a 3-score game and kind of get your composure.
Wind starting to pick up again here at Memorial Stadium as the snow starts to fall once again as well. Avante Dickerson in the backfield, along with Cole Payton. 1:49 before half. Payton flips it out to Dickerson, incomplete.
Yeah, this is very uncharacteristic. You'll see none of this, or very little of this, throughout the year if you are a follower of Omaha Westside. Maybe with the exception of Millard South, the first time they met, were they this mistake prone. Staff does a really good job of maximizing. They are normally an efficient bunch.
Here is Dickerson on the carry. Gets to the outside, 1 stiff arm, breaks another tackle. Gain of 6 yards on 2nd down. Bring up 3rd and 4 on the first carry for Avante Dickerson. Now he sheds the gloves as well.
He is slight in stature, but he can go. A guy that isn't overly tall, you can see he's a lot of legs. He's a strider.
What a play. The mesh point and handoff never happened, and Jack McDonald blows it up. Leading tackler for the Thunderbirds.
For that reason, he played the mesh and the dive at the same, actually the outside run and the mesh at the same time.
Bellevue West, the first of the half.
Bellevue West will take
the operator, please set the game time to 1:36.
I like his mechanics. He does a good job controlling the game.
They'll try to preserve clock here. The stat line for McDonald this year has been impressive. 87 tackles. That leads the team as we watch him here. 11 sacks. That leads the team. 4 interceptions. That leads the team. 2 blocks. That's tied for first. Almost every defensive category, Jack McDonald leads. Good old Damon, need my glasses again.
Hey, yeah, listen, my glass house has 0 comments when it comes to eyesight. The struggle is real for your guy.
I want to remind you this Wednesday on NET, Big Red Wrap-Up moves to a special night and time due to these high school football championships. Normally you'd be seeing it tonight, but you can join Andy Kindy, who's in for Michael Severe, Jay Moore, Sean Callahan, as they look at highlights from that win over Maryland and discuss what's ahead as the Huskers get set to face the Hawkeyes. Aaron Sorensen from Hale Varsity is the special guest. Don't miss it. Big Red Wrap-Up Wednesday at 7. NET. So 4th down and 9. Jackson Bush in there to punt it away. And Bush gets it away, takes a big hop. Gerardo runs away from it, and it is down at the 40-yard line. So plenty of time here with 1:26 to go. 40 yards away, and Bellevue West with an opportunity to add to that 20-0 lead.
Now this, you asked me last series, is this the time they go up top? They'll do one of two things. They'll get vertical on you in a hurry with the passing game, or it'll be something cute with a little bit of trickeration.
Trips to the top of the screen here in this set.
You go
5.
empty. It looks like Wildcat. Not just empty. Is that Glance?
It is Glance back there.
And they go empty. They're playing matchups. Find number 8 and see who he's got as the number 3 receiver just inside bottom of the screen.
So we backed it up another 10 yards.
And work from there.
To midfield. So here's the toss.
There's the trickeration.
And look out. Here goes Keegan Johnson again. Keegan Johnson untouched for the touchdown.
Yeah, they've all got one, and if that annoys you, you're going to have to stop them from scoring because they're not going to let up. They've got the good spacing they want. You get the wash on the down block. You get 72 Lynn out pulling for just in case you need the kick out. You can tell that's practiced.
And in case you're wondering why they had moved that spot from the 40 back to the 50, there was a penalty on the punt as they try to go for 2 here. Option to throw, but it's kept and in there for the 2-point conversion is Nate Glance.
Gonna have to be careful now.
Yep.
Take a look at the replay here. He's got the run pass option in a much better athlete than given credit for. The QB run game is alive and well, and he shows it to you.
Oh, he said plenty of time with 1:36 left, and now we still have 1:16 to go. 20 ticks off the clock on that one-play touchdown drive on the run by Keegan Johnson.
Yeah, the difficulty is, as a defensive player, you're always on. There is no backside or front side or off the ball. Like, you are always have to be accounted for when you face this offense. That's what happens in spread. There's just a ton of pressure.
They are braving the conditions here tonight at Memorial Stadium. It is a chilly one out there as that wind continues to kick up out of the north. Cruz Gerardo will spot it. Thunderbirds have just one state championship that came just a few years ago, back in 2016. Jalen Bradley's, I believe it was his senior year.
Yeah.
That was a dynamite team. Betts would have been a freshman on that squad. Short again and taken by Harrell. Title came back in 2016. There were a few freshmen that year on the 2016 team, and after the game they got together and took a little picture.
Boy, look at these guys.
Right? These guys were just freshmen, and now they're out here.
Grown a little.
They've said if they win this tonight, they're going to recreate that picture. They had one as a freshman, come back in 07, get that same picture taken here if they can win it in 2019. Well on their way, on top 28-0.
Yeah, with Jalen Bradley's senior year, like you act like you didn't know who the opponent was. I'm pretty sure I remember.
And buried in the backfield, leading the way once again. Big number 98 from that defensive end spot. The play by Matthew Thompson.
Kind of the unsung hero of this defensive bunch for Bellevue West.
7th sack of the year for Matthew Thompson. That is 2nd on the team. Loss of 5 brings up 2nd down and long. At the mesh, it's kept by Peyton. Not much there. And we're beginning to see how talented, you didn't already know it, but the talent that this Thunderbirds defense has. Again, just going back to the yardage they've allowed this year. Lincoln East, negative rushing yardage. Burke, the first team to crack 100 yards on the ground against the Thunderbirds. And that will do it for the first half of play. It has been all Thunderbirds. Bellevue West on top here at Memorial Stadium, trying to keep that perfect record, perfect, and win a state championship. They are 12-0 coming in, and they lead it 28-0 here at half.
I tell you, business as usual.
Sean Callahan is down in the field with Michael Huffman.
Guys, with Coach Huffman here, how pleased are you, Coach, with how you've embraced the elements, the atmosphere? You guys have 28-0 here at the half.
You know, the first thing I told the kids when it started snowing like that, when you're a little kid, you dream of this stuff, you know, and one David Shannon, actually number 99, is like, yeah, when I play Madden, I put the snow on. I go, let's just go out and love it. Let's go out and enjoy every second of it, you know, because there's a million kids across this state and country that would trade places with less than a second.
As you look at the second half now, how important will the small details be, just snaps and just the little things of not kind of giving this game away?
You know, and the ball security. Right, still being able to play. We have a lot of guys that have aspirations of being champions on Saturdays. And I told them, you know what, last week in NAIA and Division II, the playoffs started. Man, we're not even there yet. The Big Ten's coming up here soon. They got to be able to play in these elements if they want to be an elite. And I want to see who's going to be elite tonight.
Well, Coach, he'll get them in the second half, all right?
So good to see it.
Thank you very much, Sean. Appreciate Michael Huffman joining us for a quick conversation before half. He's got his guys ready to play. They are on top 28-0 at the half here in this Class A state championship game.
What do you think about going to college?
I'm kind of scared.
I feel nervous a little bit. That's kind of a tough one. I'm not really sure yet.
I'm excited for college.
How are you going to pay for it?
To be honest, I don't really know.
That's actually a really good question.
So what if you had a friend you could ask?
Participating in multiple Nebraska high school activities has taught me the value of teamwork.
I learned how to be a strong leader among my peers.
We set goals as a team and work hard to accomplish them.
I strive to excel not only in the classroom, but on the playing field.
The Nebraska School Activities Association, providing opportunities in 25 activities for our member high schools. NSAA activities, the other half of education.
Hi, I'm Dan O'Neill, and NET is important in my life because NET truly cares about the stories in western and outstate Nebraska, the communities, the people, the gifts, the talents, and they really spend a lot of time and resources to make sure that those stories are told to the entire state. Join me in supporting NET, Nebraska's PBS and NPR stations.
Coverage of the 2019 NSAA High School Football Championships on NET is made possible in part by the Nebraska Soybean Board, Education Quest Foundation, the Nebraska Public Power District, Aurora Cooperative, Constellation Energy, and Sarpy County Tourism. A big thank you to all of our sponsors who help us bring you the best high school athletes from across the state. We could not do it without your support. Welcome back to Memorial Stadium. Bellevue West on top at half in the Class A state championship, 28-0 on top of Westside. We are thrilled to be joined now by the Executive Director of the Nebraska School Activities Association, Jay Beller. Jay took over, this is his second year now, so first year I'm sure that's just getting your feet wet, getting used to everything? Are you finally getting comfortable here in year 2?
Yeah, a little more comfortable, getting to know a lot more people, and so that makes it better, and thoroughly enjoy the job.
You've had some changes at the NSAA over the last, 2 or 3 months. Deb Velder obviously retired, and a lot of your staff taking on some additional responsibilities. Talk about some of those changes.
Yeah, Deb being with us for 39 years, you don't replace that very easily, but we have a wonderful staff. Jennifer Schwartz moved up, and she just does a tremendous job, and the other people took on additional responsibility, and we haven't missed a beat so far, so they're very well prepared, and they love what they do, so it's been good to work with them.
I think one of the things that many folks may not realize is that, what happens at the NSAA is really driven by member schools, their desires, what they want. There's a couple of proposals that have come through the legislative process. One of those is girls wrestling that was submitted by the members. Where are you at with the potential of advancing girls wrestling in the state of Nebraska?
Right, and if you remember last year, it only failed by 1 vote, and that came back through. There's a couple of different proposals in to get wrestling in, and so it's going to be close again, I think, and there's reasons that a lot of people want that in, and there's some reasons that they're concerned that maybe it limits opportunity for girls because just the number of wrestlers that want to wrestle girl to girl. So I think it's going to be very interesting how that goes, but it's something that we need to talk about. It's something we to get started on, because Larry, it seems to me like there's about half of us that want all the questions answered before it starts, and the other half said we're not going to know until we get into this, and so it's going to be interesting.
Which is the right way? I'm just curious. Is it better to have all of the answers ahead of time, or is it better to kind of let them figure it out?
You know what? I don't know that we're going to know until we get into it, and that's why we have one emerging sport. There's 2 different ways you can do this from our proposals. There's proposals can go through the legislative process, and we do have a way that can come through for an emerging sport, and that gives us some leeway to monitor and adjust, and I think that's a great way.
The other legislative issue or proposal that's been submitted is a change in the summer rules, kind of relaxing some of the rules around competition and the ability to use facilities and the school during the summer. Talk about what exactly that proposal is and the potential impact of that.
Right. As you know, there is the Tuesday following Memorial Day all the way to July 31st. There's about a 2-month window there that right now we have restrictions on schools that can practice with their team for 10 days, and it has to be done within a 21-day period. I think in the back in the day, it was put in there because there was a lot of 2- and 3-sport athletes that they want to share with what school, so each coach could use that athlete. But there's so much specialization nowadays. Coaches and ADs are wondering if we could have our kids more often, because the truth is they're turning to other people for that individual's instruction, and our coaches are well equipped to do those things. So I think that's something we're going to have to look at.
Final topic. The attendance at your fall championships has been outstanding this year. Maybe the weather has hurt that a little bit, but talk about the attendance across all of the sports.
You know what? It really has been good. Golf was good, and tennis was good, and then volleyball. It's the first time we've had over 40,000, and we actually had over 41,000. So, you know what? Thanks to John Cook and the Husker Volleyball, because I think they've really taken this to a different level, and the high school girls are following. So it's well attended. Yes, the weather definitely hurt football, but championships have been going really well.
Good to hear. That is Jay Beller, the Executive Director of the Nebraska School Activities Association. I always appreciate you joining us. Thanks very much, Jay. We are at halftime here of this Class A championship. Let's go to Rich Broderson.
Ladies and gentlemen, we have a special halftime presentation this evening. Believers and Achievers is a statewide program designed by U.S. Bank and the Nebraska School Activities Association to give recognition to Nebraska's future leaders. We have 4 Nebraska high school seniors with us tonight who have demonstrated academic excellence and a commitment to good citizenship. For their involvement in school and community service projects, U.S. Bank and the NSAA would like to honor these Believers and Achievers. Presenting the Believers and Achievers Awards are U.S. Bank representatives Dolores Terway, NSAA Executive Director Jay Beller, and NSAA Board of Directors Chair Mark Norvell of Fillmore Central. Tonight's first honoree is Claire Hoekstra of Southern High School. Claire participates in softball, basketball, and track while maintaining a 3.99 GPA. A member of the National Honor Society and an honor roll student, Claire serves leadership positions on the Student Council, class offices, FBLA, and yearbook at Southern. She volunteers for citywide cleanup and is an active member in her church and Raiders Against Destructive Decisions. Ladies and gentlemen, Claire Hoekstra. Our next recipient is Jack Nolly of Lincoln Southwest High School. Jack maintains a 3.99 GPA while participating in cross country, play production, and track. He was a 10th place medalist at the 2019 NSAA Class A Boys State Cross Country Championships and was a member of the Class A Boys State Cross Country Championship team. Jack was also a two-time medalist at the 2019 NSAA State Track and Field Championships. An honor roll student, Jack is a member of the Southwest Athletic Leadership Team, National Honor Society, choir, and the Computer Science Club at Lincoln Southwest. He volunteers at various running events in his community and is a member of the Paper Ballet. Ladies and gentlemen, Jack Nolly. Next is Caitlin Otto of Freeman High School. Caitlin participates in softball, play production, speech, music, and journalism while maintaining a 4.0 GPA. An honor roll student and a National Honor Society member, Caitlin qualified for the 2019 NSAA Class C1 State Speech Championships in informative speaking. At Freeman, she serves as president of the Student Council and FFA. Caitlin is involved in the Lutheran Youth Organization, Freeman Continuous Improvement Process Committee, and the Gage County 4-H Council in her community. Ladies and gentlemen, Caitlin Otto. Our final recipient this evening is Corey Rubelid of Heartland Lutheran High School. Corey is a 3.87 student who participates in cross country, play production, music, and track. A National Honor Society member, Corey received superior ratings at the 2017 NSAA District Music Contest. He's involved in National Youth Leadership Forum, All-City Honor Band, and Musical Arts Day at Heartland Lutheran. Corey volunteers at the American Red Cross Blood Drive and the Merritt County Youth Council in his community. Ladies and gentlemen, Corey Rubelid. And now, let's give one more big round of applause to the 2019-2020 U.S. Bank Believers and Achievers, the future leaders of Nebraska.
Well, congratulations once again to our Believers and Achievers, being recognized for academic excellence, athletic excellence, leadership, and community involvement. When we come back, we'll take a look at highlights from first half. It's been all Bellevue West.
FFA's vision is to build leaders, grow communities, and strengthen agriculture. The funds from Constellation will most likely be directed to one of those areas. But most importantly, people need to know that it is at the local level. It's helping local chapters.
Constellation provides natural gas for Nebraska homes, farms, ranches, and businesses. Through our support for 4-H and FFA, we're providing energy for Nebraska's future as well. Natural gas from Constellation.
Have you ever wondered what happens to soybeans after they're harvested? Every year, soybean farmers invest a portion of their soybean revenue to fund research, marketing, and promotion, which is called the Nebraska Soybean Checkoff. 80% of the harvested soybeans are crushed into soybean meal that's used to feed poultry and livestock. The other 20% is made into soybean oil that's used for cooking oil and biodiesel. To learn more about the Nebraska Soybean Checkoff, nebraskasoybeans.org.
Not just on the good days. Not just on the challenging ones. Not just during business hours or when relaxing. but always. For the past 125 years, Farmers Mutual of Nebraska, always alongside you.
Amazing, right?
This is awesome.
Yeah! Congrats.
Well done.
Live streaming for the NSAA State High School Football Championships is also available at the NET website and on the free NET Nebraska app.
Back at Memorial Stadium here in Lincoln, Nebraska, halftime of the Class A State Championship between Bellevue West and Omaha Westside. It is 28-0. I want to remind you, good time for you to connect with us on Facebook and Twitter. You can add a comment or catch up on the latest Nebraska sports information. Be sure to like NET Sports and Big Red Wrap-Up and join in the discussion. We're sure to check out the highlights from the games throughout the day across all of our social media profiles and platforms on Facebook and Twitter. Well, let's take a look at highlights. It's been decidedly one-sided in the first half. A couple of big runs and a nice play by Keegan Johnson here, breaking tackles and going the distance for the touchdown. Jay Ducker added a couple of touchdowns as well. Ducker's rushed for 113 in the first half and 2 touchdowns.
That run right there kind of typifies who he is. Just doesn't look like he's doing a whole lot until you look up and it's a 30-yard gain.
And here's Ducker again. And then the last one to Keegan Johnson.
The offensive line out there work. That's how you draw it up on air, let alone in a real game.
And again, this is telling. 2 fumbles, no fumbles for Bellevue West. You look at the total yards, 271 to just 42, 11 first downs to 3. And it's as one-sided as the score might indicate. 28-0. Thunderbirds on top of Omaha Westside. We'll have second half action coming your way from here at a snowy Memorial Stadium in just a moment.
I'm Nicole Brungart, and I'm a part of the U.S. Women's Bobsled team. I'm a 4-time All-American, and I'm from Norfolk, Nebraska. Bobsledding was definitely not in the picture when I was growing up, but I'm thankful to be where I'm at, and I'll never take that for granted. In my career, I'm getting bumped around, bruised in the back of the bobsled, so it's super important that I keep up with my sleep, my nutrition, seeing my trainer, seeing the chiropractor, and staying in the gym so I can be at the top of my game when competition comes.
Early mornings, late nights, emotionally, physically, mentally tougher. Generations of trust, innovation, and hard work done side by side. The decisions you make for your land and livestock have a direct impact on your operation, the region, and the world. That is why we're there when you need us anytime, every time. We both have one chance, one season, one mission. Tougher together. Aurora and you.
After concussion, returning to the classroom is a priority of the NSAA. All brains return to learn. Not all brains return to play.
After recognizing that an athlete has suffered a concussion, it is important to monitor the symptoms in the classroom before allowing the athlete to return to extracurricular activities.
The NSAA requires coaches in all sports to take a concussion course once every 3 years.
More information is available on our website, nsaahome.org. Student athletes are students first, athletes second.
Coverage of the 2019 NSAA High School Football Championships on NET is made possible in part by the Nebraska Soybean Board, Education Quest Foundation, the Nebraska Public Power District, Aurora Cooperative, Constellation Energy, and Sarpy County Tourism. A big thank you to all of our sponsors who help us bring you the best high school athletes from across the state. We could not do it without your support. Back inside Memorial Stadium, still a chilly one, 28-0 Bellevue West on top of Westside. Late last week, in fact on Friday I believe it was the Class D6 six-man championship game, which was contested out in Kearney, Cope Stadium on the campus of the University of Nebraska at Kearney. McCool Junction wearing the black, Harvard wearing the white. And McCool Junction on the board. That ties it at 6. Dana Hobbs with the 11-yard touchdown. But back comes Harvard. Noah Okraska, 44-yard pass to Ethan Piper. Chase Wilkinson responds with the touchdown, and the back and forth continues. Third quarter. The sack of Okraska. And it's a 3-point game at 30-27. Then on 4th and 15, Okraska with the 26-yard strike to younger brother Ben Okraska. And that's when the route began. The pick here for Harvard. And it goes that way. Fourth quarter, same drive. Okraska, 17-yard passing touchdown to Piper. That made it 44-27 on another 4th and long. 29-yard pass. Made it 50-27. And the Gatorade bath for Harvard as the Cardinals win it in the D6 championship. Congratulations to McCool Junction as they finish runner-up. 50-33, Cardinals win it. Okraska, 5 touchdown passes, 242 yards, including 3 of those to Ethan Piper, and Hobbs equally effective through the air as he was on the ground for McCool Junction. So that's a look at the Class D6 6-man championship, which occurred last week on the campus of the University of Nebraska Kearney. There is Michael Huffman, his squad back out on the field, getting ready for second half action. As the Thunderbirds lead this 28-0 at the half. And Sean is on the field with Coach Freund.
Guys, with Coach Freund here at 28-0 here, you get the ball to start the second half. What was your message here to start the second half?
Well, one first down at a time, one drive at a time, Sean. You know, that's how you get back in it. You can't think about scores or anything like that. You just got to sustain a drive, get good snaps, try to get off the ball a little faster and sustain first downs, and roll them along and try to get that first score. It's the only way you can get it done.
How important second half ball security details? I mean, those obviously were the things that hurt you guys the most.
Yeah, we had some troubles with snaps. We got to clean it up and get better at it, but we haven't executed very well either, and they've taken it to us. They've been more physical, they've been faster, and we got to match that, and we're able to. We just got to get it going in the second half.
Well, Coach Freund, good luck here in the second half.
Appreciate it.
Thank you very much to Coach Freund and also to Sean Callahan.
Yeah, that's not coach speak. He believes that.
Yeah.
The staff was very confident coming into this game after watching tape and kind of putting together a game plan. And you got to give yourself a chance by taking care of the football.
Well, I want to remind you, this week NET Sports continues its coverage of Nebraska volleyball. The Buckeyes are in town. Ohio State travels to Lincoln. Take the court against the Huskers. Match play begins Saturday night, 7 o'clock Central on NET. If you've been watching Huskers throughout the season, putting together a nice year. Split on the road last week, a 5-set win at Minnesota, losing at the hands of Wisconsin.
Hey, in Madtown, now there's no shame in that. The emotional highs and lows of that volleyball team, I mean, you have to bring it every night out. Doesn't matter who you play.
Well, they'll find out again this weekend. Ohio State is the team inside the conference that has knocked off Wisconsin already this year. So it'll be a good one, and we're bringing it to you Saturday at 7 right here on NET. Ready for second half action, and you can tell the Thunderbirds are ready.
Like I said, if you don't like it, you just... We've been on the receiving end of this. They choreographed a whole dance against us, and believe me, it stung. But when you're pinballing the scoreboard, that'll happen.
Coach Freund talking it over with his Warriors. Brent Freund has been at Westside since 1993. Said in '99, Larry Morrissey finally found a spot to bring him in to the varsity, gave him an opportunity. Then Marty Kaufman made him the defensive coordinator in 2002. Slowly, Freund has worked his way up, and now he's in his 11th season as the head coach at Westside.
One of the good guys in the profession.
Record of 76-40 over those 11 years, and has Westside right here in this state championship game. They'll have an opportunity here early in quarter number 3 to provide an answer to the 28 points. It'll be Cruz Gerardo to kick it off. Dominic Rizak is deep for the Warriors, along with Avante Dickerson and Bodie Harrell. And that'll be taken once again, as all others have, by Harrell. Out past the 20, near the 25, as his forward progress stops right at the 25.
It's a heck of a job kind of cleaning up the field during halftime. It's not perfect, but it's pretty good.
I wonder if Sean Callahan had a shovel in his hand.
Guys, yeah, they went at it again, and you're probably asking, why aren't they using the sweepers out here? And I was told this type of snow gets stuck on the turf, and the sweeper would create piles of snow then on the field, and that would obviously be no good. So they had to do it the old-fashioned way. They had about 30, 40 shovels out here, and several people, volunteers, got after it, and they did a really good job of getting it cleared off at halftime.
And we were hearing and seeing that question a lot. Nowhere to go for Cole Payton.
Yes.
Once again, that is big David Shannon.
Yeah, see, that's a give. That's just one of those things where, yep, you're pretty impressed with Bell West being good at the point of attack, but that's a give right there. I mean, let Bodie turn the corner and you go do work.
Credit also to Caden Kamisi, who was the first one there. Kamis with that initial hit. Hands it off to Bodie Harrell. Nothing there for Harrell, and the stop by Kier. Kier, the second leading tackler for the Thunderbirds.
He can run, can he? Again, they're making it really tough, giving Payton different looks. That time you feel like that should have been a keep, so they're just going to continue to try to mess with him and make him be the guy that gets her done in the QB run game.
Third down and long once again. Familiar situation here for Westside. They fake the give on the jet action, and here comes the sack by Jack McDonald. McDonald again. That is his 12th sack on the season. Leads the team in sacks.
There he comes from just off the ball. Well timed, too. That's a relatively safe blitz, too. It looks like +1, but the jetter goes away. It kind of frees him up as a defender. That's a good concept.
Aiden Jackson is in to punt it away here for Westside. The up back is Cole Payton. As the snow comes down a little heavier and begins to swirl here at Memorial Stadium. Nice kick there, and gets the roll and angles out of bounds at the 41 of the kick by Aiden Jackson. Bellevue West with its first opportunity in the second half when we come back.
Let's face it, most days are unremarkable. We commute, we work, we practice, and then we do it all over again. When the moment is all that matters, Public Power is there for you. When your livelihood or future career depends on it, we have your back. As the time counts down on the scoreboard, no one is cheering you on more than us. Make each moment of this year and next count. We'll be sure to do the same. Nebraska Public Power District, together with your local public power utility.
Your car has been with you a long time, through the months and years. Now it's time to let it go. Donate it. Support the programming you love.
On the next Big Red Wrap-Up, we'll recap the Maryland game with co-host Sean Callahan and special guest Aaron Sorensen from Hale Varsity. Big Red Wrap-Up, Wednesday at 7 Central on NET World and again at 10 Central on NET.
That just happened. Talk about taking on the personality of your coach. They are freewheeling and have a ton of fun doing what they do.
Hey, talk about making a GIF and using it over and over. There you go.
And he'll worry about making friends in the Metro later.
28-0. First opportunity here, second half. Nothing there for Jay Ducker, maybe a few.
Yeah, good to see Barras get going. He's a better player than kind of what he's shown tonight, especially at the point of attack. When he's free-flowing and playing with some confidence, he brings it.
Ducker in the backfield along with Nate Glantz. Second down and 7. Glantz rolls to his right, looks downfield, fires it out there, tipped away, and incomplete. Nice coverage by the left quarterback, Jack Wimmer.
Hey, he's played well tonight. He's been good in run defense, and he's been good in pass coverage. It hasn't been the passing game that has hurt Westside. It has been the running game. I think sometimes people are a little surprised to know that Bell West runs the ball 51% of the time. That's, even you can figure out that's more than passing, right? 51 greater than 50 LP.
But if they're, yeah, you're right. Third down and 8. And a flag. False start it appeared to be.
And Westside is showing a little pressure. When you're playing in that odd front, that 3-4, you have to be sound in your pass protection, communicating up front for Bellevue West.
Number 14, the offense. 5-yard penalty. Third down.
It's a really good group right there. Not oft talked about, pretty underappreciated. They call themselves the Thunder Hogs.
3rd and 13. Out of the gun. Ducker motions out. Looks to him. Goes to him down in the wheel route. Not there. Just over his head.
That is a tough window throw. Really good job right there by Barajas.
Maybe not the wheel, maybe just a pump and go. Yeah.
That'd be a hole throw. Not a lot of room, especially from Nate Glant's angle. A little easier to see when you're up top like us or at home in front of the television.
Taggy back deep now. Kick by Glantz. Drives Taggy back inside his own 20. Has room near side. And he'll be dropped at about the 27-yard line by a host of defenders. That was led by Devin Mills.
Is that the 4th punt from Bellevue West tonight? You often, I mean, that's a lot of punts.
Yeah.
The third punt, that's a lot of punts for Bellevue West to find yourself down 28.
So Peyton Trott's back out for the second possession here of this second half. Give to the fullback who breaks the tackle. That's Radissa. And Radissa with a nice carry. One of the bigger plays of the night for the Warriors.
A live formation with a little queen set. They come back the other way with basically, in essence, what turns out to be blast.
Good carry by Radissa.
Ball security. Got a helmet on a helmet right there. Good Westside.
Back at the top of that Maryland I-2, motioning out. Downfield goes Peyton, looking for a man down there. Incomplete. Had an opportunity there just for a moment. Kobe Bretz was open.
I got behind him a little bit, just underthrown a little by Cole Payton. Having a hard time kind of finding the handle tonight. Trying to firm up that grip right there.
That'll bring up second down. Haberman now motions. They give to Radissa again. There's not much there. TJ Griffin leading the way on the tackle. 6'2", 320-pound senior is TJ Griffin.
And every bit of that 320.
One of those guys who moved from the offensive line last year. Said they were short on the defensive line. They were looking for who might make a decent fit over there. They moved TJ over to the defensive side, and he has been a standout.
Yeah, when he's dialed in, he's as good as anybody out there.
Third down and 9. Peyton flips to Harrell. Harrell in open field, trying to make a miss. Pulled down at the 45. That should be enough for a first down for the Warriors.
Yeah, same concept route. They missed it twice in the first half. If we take a look at the replay, they catch Bell West in a blitz. The best thing to do is go where the blitzer came from. There's obviously a soft spot. This one was timed well, and it was accurate. Bodie squeezes this one. Finds himself with a first down.
Looking downfield, pressure in his face, got it off, complete to his tight end, Cal Wiedemann.
Yeah, he really changed their offense when he came back healthy. He battled the knee injury. He's back fresh, really diversified this passing game.
Just the 6th first down for the Warriors, and 2 of them coming on this drive.
Yeah, tired of hearing his sister say she was the best athlete in the house. She gets buckets.
Not much there for Harrell. David Shannon at the bottom of the pile for the Thunderbirds. Gain of 3 on the play. Here's Peyton. Back across his body, had a man, incomplete. Right in the hands of Jake Holmstrom. And that would have been 6.
I remember we talked about how crafty Cole Payton was earlier. This is kind of what he's been able to do all year. Again, just very out of character tonight for Westside.
Well, that ball, he was going the other way, back across his body, had some pace on it. Good throw there by Cole Payton. 3rd down. Blitz coming. Flips it out. And a nice play. The blitz disrupted it. Cleaned up by Keegan Johnson. 4th down upcoming.
Yeah, timing's a little bad, and again, trying to handle the front 4 of Bellevue West. Keegan Johnson on the tackle. You know, earlier in the year, I'd have probably said he was a better defensive player than an offensive player, but he took one for the team, moved over, kind of diversified a little bit. Now it's become a debate.
4th down and 5, an important one here for the Warriors, down 28-0. Out of the flat, pulled in by Holmstrom, and Holmstrom not going to get there. He's going to be about 3 yards short, and once again the tackle made by Keegan Johnson.
Going to fit in the run game. Reading number 2, nice job of pattern matching, and then here he comes. I'd like to see him bring his hands a little bit, but boy, he packs a wallop now.
Well, earlier we asked you our trivia question. When was the last time a team outside of the Omaha metro area won the Class A state football championship? Dominic Calabretto of Omaha knew that it was Kearney back in 2006. They knocked off this Westside team 41-21. More than 250 individuals responded with the answer, and I had 3 texts on my phone saying, hey, here's the answer. What was that email?
As did I. We should make those a few harder.
Let's go down to the field.
A little harder.
You talk about that 06 Westside team. They beat a very good Omaha North team that year with Niles Paul, Philip Bates, Tommy Warren, a young Ron Coleman. Damon, that was a really, really good Omaha North team that fell to that Westside team. But that Westside team that lost to Kearney had several Division I guys on it, including Collins Okafor.
Yeah, one of the, talk about seeing unicorns, one of the rare running backs to be scholarship by the University of Nebraska in the last 15 years.
Ducker with the carry, breaks 1 tackle. Won't break the 2nd. He's pulled down by the linebacker, Trevor Barajas. Barajas takes on the...
And he's going to be free to run a little bit. You're seeing them double guard center combo, trying to get to have him in right away. It's been hard to handle one-on-one.
Carry again by Ducker as he takes it out to about the 20-yard line. That'll bring up 3rd down and 3 for the Thunderbirds.
Right, talked about that slim margin of error. If you're Westside, you feel like you fit that pretty well. And Bellevue West still finds themselves in 3rd and 3.
Following his blockers, leans forward very near a 1st down.
A short
spot from the far side coming in. It's going to be very close, maybe a half yard.
Yeah, this has been quite the second half thus far for Barajas. Really come on strong. Starting to play with a little more confidence.
Haberman was there again, too.
It's a little closer than I thought to the naked eye.
Damon Benning hedging his bets.
No, I'm going to stay with
0 for 1 today. Let's see if we can go 0 for 2 here.
I'll see. It's law of averages. It was 3 for 3 yesterday. I was due. I should have hedged. That's a 1st down.
It is. By the nose.
I don't often believe in second guessing myself. I stayed with it and paid the price.
So from the 23 now, 1st down and 10 for Bellevue West, on top here in this Class A state title game by 28. Ducker again. Now once again, Barajas right there. Trevor with the big pop. Not anywhere for Ducker to go. Hurtado was there as well. There's Barajas.
You know, some folks may be saying, well, where was this in the 1st half? And I felt like they played pretty good defense in the 1st half. You gave up a few big plays, but again, remember, I said Ducker's a guy you have to kind of see for a while. He surprises you the first couple of times you try to size him up because the film doesn't do him justice.
Running to the right. The keep by quarterback Nate Glantz. Hurtado with the play, Will Hurtado.
Westside's energy hasn't wavered, has it?
No. Brings up 3rd down and middle-ish at about 6. See if they go up top here. Got that matchup that we talked about before the game or before the snow of Dickerson and Betts at the top of the screen. Rolling to his left, looking downfield, and it's tipped at the line of scrimmage.
Yeah, I think they're on to the hand signals as well. That was a really good job from Westside, kind of stretching that out and keeping Glantz contained on the sprint out. You can't get to the quarterback, get your hands up.
It's 4th down.
Jackson
flood the zone right there.
Yep. Grant Taggy.
Glantz back to punt it away. Taggy deep to receive for the Warriors. As we tick near the 3-minute mark here in this 3rd quarter. We'll take a Bellevue West roll down inside the 30. That's where it will be spotted, and that's where Westside will once again take over. Who could forget the last time these two teams met back in 2017?
Scored a few points in that one, did they, Larry?
That was a barn burner, right? Isn't that what they call it?
That's what they call it. I wanted to ask you they, but being the elder statesman, I'm sure you were going to reply with kids.
Rolling to his left, Peyton looks downfield, checks down. Good grab here by Dickerson. And a nice gain for Avante Dickerson. Another look at it.
A nice little check down. Goes to a safety route against that coverage. He's just going to sit down and kind of like the safety valve. Got to get a few more touches here in a hurry, does number 28.
Keeper here by Peyton. Got some room. Good carry by Peyton into Thunderbird territory. On first down. It's a gain of about 8. Brings up second down and 2. Devin Mills supports from the free safety to make the tackle. Dickerson with the first down.
Well, that was really good patience by Dickerson. I talk about the camera in the butt of those offensive linemen. You always want to be in the picture. He almost comes out of the back end of this silky smooth to the hole and almost creased it.
Those of you just joining who heard Damon say the camera in the butt of the offensive lineman, you might want to explain.
Yeah, well, you always, as a running back, you kind of want to always be in the picture. Get on those guys' hips.
There's Dickerson again. Good carry by Avante Dickerson. Flag came flying in, and we might even have another one.
You may get a hold or a block in the back on the edge, which is going to be a spot foul, and we'll see what happens with what happened out of bounds. Maybe nothing. Did you see 2 flags?
Did not see a second, but I saw the first was thrown before they hit out of bounds.
Holding on the offense, number 15, 10-yard penalty, so first down.
That's the only one they'll call.
Yep, that's a little too much jersey. Oh, he's silky smooth, isn't he? He's a long strider.
And here comes the hit after the play.
That 28 reminds you a little bit of Falk with that great big long gait. Not calling him.
Yeah. Peyton keeps. Stays on his feet. Finally cleaned up by Kier.
I think 31 can run a little bit.
Quick to the ball is number 31.
Originally, I think it was going to be play side counter, but pretty well coached up front. They see pullers, they get right in the hip. Peyton decides to improvise and kind of change directions. And here comes the cavalry. The conditions tonight, unfortunately, are not really made for change of direction.
That'll bring up a second down and 14. Under pressure again, and he'll be dropped. Caden Camise the first there. From the front side of the back, it was the defensive end, Matthew Thompson, making the play. 5th tackle for a loss for these Thunderbirds.
I can't stress enough how those low or high or left or right snaps really mess with the rhythm, and quarterbacks kind of drop their eyes. Changes the whole dynamics of the play.
Third down and 18. As Huffman looks on. Timeout. We have a timeout here on the field. We'll take a timeout as well. 28-0 here in the third.
For me, asking why is just getting started.
It's more than an activity. It's me doing what I love.
I'm not a stereotype. When I rewrite the rules, things get better.
I know that all these experiences matter.
These moments will help me become something more.
Little things always lead to something bigger.
Do it.
Trek it.
Earn it.
What you're doing now will help you get scholarships later. Find resources from Education Quest at trackyoursuccess.org.
Hi everyone, the NET Production Remote Truck is on location, ready for another live sports broadcast. Here's your invitation to join the NET Sports Partners Club and help ensure that the great sports we all love continue on NET. College athletics like Husker volleyball and baseball, and all the great high school sports state championships like girls and boys basketball, soccer, and more. Go online or give us a call right now and become a member of the NET Sports Partners Club.
Back at Memorial Stadium, third quarter in the books as we now turn our attention to the final 12 minutes with Bellevue West on top 28-0. And an opportunity here for Westside to keep this drive alive. It's going to be a long one. Third down and 16 upcoming. Check that, 18.
West showing pressure here.
Empty backfield for Cole Payton. Under pressure, Payton across the middle, got a man, incomplete. Looked like Avante Dickerson was there momentarily, but heavy pressure right away. And if you had 295 pounds bearing down on you, you might get rid of it quickly too.
How about this throw under duress? Yeah. I think you got to have that.
Oh.
That is on the money.
Payton hasn't had a lot of help today. He's had a few throws, just right
a couple
through
of drops,
and
they've been critical.
Yeah, one of them for a touchdown.
You go all the way back to the one in the second quarter that could have stemmed the tide on the swing pass to Bodie Harrell.
And another quick kick. And a good Westside roll down inside the 15.
Yeah, Coach Freund is the golf coach over there at Omaha Westside. That was a nice use of the wedge right there. See, he spun it back.
Yeah.
It's not bowling. What do you
zipped it back?
What would you bowlers call that?
Well, we don't back it up.
No.
Well, I mean, you might. Sports fans, NET is for you. We bring you more Nebraska high school sports than any other Nebraska network. For more information on dates, times, DVD sales, and available webcasts, visit netnebraska.org. Here's Betts with it, stepping through a couple of tackles. Betts leans forward. A gain of about 1. Tried a couple of ways to get Betts involved in the offense. We have seen more times than not, it does look like, and this is kind of the topic of conversation before we knew the conditions, was, does Dickerson line up one-on-one? Wherever Betts goes, does Dickerson follow him? And he has been doing that all night. And here you see bottom of your screen, it's Dickerson and Betts lined up against each other again.
Well, that is man-to-man.
Ducker with the carry. That'll bring up third down, a gain of 2 or 3.
Tell you what makes that offense tough. It's got all the RPO components where Betts shows kind of the slip screen, Ducker runs zone action, Glance is giving you the give or the pass fake. They just constantly hold all 11 guys on the defense accountable.
Ducker again, nice carry by Ducker, look out! Ducker could go, he's got room, cut back, and he'll be dropped inside the 25 down to the 18-yard line. A nice carry by Jay Ducker.
Just the little subtle left to right, the full speed cut. Watch the Fred Astaire on the free defender.
64 yards on the carry by Ducker.
Yeah, right there, he probably wants that one back. Just trust your speed. Hit the X button and go. Boy, the full speed cuts.
Yeah. Ducker now 192 yards rushing on 21 carries.
I know subtle seems like a weird adjective to use for a running back, but that's the one that I used in the open because it's nothing violent or doesn't give you a whole lot of head movement. It's very oh by the way.
Carry there by Nate Sullivan. Good gain on first down by Sullivan, the senior wide receiver. Very talented group of wide receivers for Bellevue West with Helms and Sullivan, Betts obviously. Keegan Johnson we've seen flash tonight. You mentioned the sophomore Mike O'Reilly.
And Nate Sullivan, Keegan Johnson, those are big guys. Betts, big wide receivers.
No, it's a keep. Body gave it to Ducker, but in the hands of Nate Glantz. Let's go down to the field to Sean Callahan.
Guys, we knew the wind was going to only pick up as the game went on. It has really started to come in. If you look at the north flags, they are moving as hard as they have all day. Snow not coming down as bad, but the wind is definitely picking up down here at field level.
Yeah, I was just pointing out to Damon Benning, you can see the snow at the top of the stadium while it's not falling down. It's literally going side to side and swirling at the top of the stadium. That wind has really picked up. Must feel great down there in the field, huh? Oh, we see you there, Sean. We saw you tried to say something, but maybe it's just too cold down there for the mic to work.
I thought he was going to attempt to catch it.
Huh.
Yeah, this one sails on Nate a little bit. One Nate to another. Boy, Sullivan's got to go almost. He's 6'2" and some change. He's a big body.
What he told me at the beginning of the broadcast, we shouldn't make fun of Sean being down there in the cold. I reminded how relentless Kevin Kugler was when I was down in the field in the cold. Incomplete.
There you go. I need one.
Intended for Mike O'Reilly. So turn it over on downs for the Thunderbirds. Warriors now take over. 8:29 to go, 28-0. Westside has had opportunities. Just been an execution issue more than anything.
Yeah, you always want to look every time, you know, there are these opponents that play Bell West and they said, hey, if we just would have done this, 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 and this, and they just put so much pressure on you offensively, you just get out of sorts trying to keep up.
Quick hit out to Taggy. Nice gain on first down. Taggy announcing this week he'll walk on at Nebraska.
Yeah, tough customer right there. A lot of versatility to his game.
Good baseball player as well.
That's his Cole Payton.
Well, you're not kidding. that left arm has a future.
Already been offered by South Dakota State. Has kind of led on that maybe football is the direction he wants to go. It kind of surprised a few.
He's just very poised on the mound. Really controls the game, manages the game in the right way. Seems like he's been on the mound for a long time as you look at Taggy. 3rd down and 4 here for the Warriors. Payton looks one way then the other in too much time. And that defensive line just collapsed right on top of Cole Payton. And leading the way there is Jaden Roberts.
Let's look at that push. I mean, you get in the obvious pass rushing downs and you let the big fellas pin their ears back. A lot of mass, a lot of explosion.
He didn't even have time to fake one direction and go the other.
Pass protection with this kind of footing is tough. especially when defenders can pin their ears back.
4th down and 10. Aiden Jackson in there to punt it away. Again, a reminder, up back Cole Payton. It will go back to Aiden Jackson. Sliding catch made at the 46-yard line by Cruz Jurado. 7:25 to go here in this Class A state championship game between the Warriors of Westside and the Bellevue West Thunderbirds. Bellevue West came in undefeated on the year, 12-0. So much made of this offense of Bellevue West, and Michael Huffman, which features 5 Division I athletes on offense alone. But one of the stars of the show tonight has certainly been this Thunderbirds defense. Lance gives it to Ducker. And nowhere for Ducker to go. Tackle made by Hurtado.
That defense, you kind of liken it to the quiet kid in class that has his hand up, right? Silently saying, hey, call on me, I'm over here.
Second down and 10, option to the left. Fakes it, leaps the defender. Little spin move. Is that the XY button?
Yeah. Circle.
Got it.
I think that's what the kids would use. Wait, is that me? So much, he's just a better athlete than people give him credit for. Pretty underappreciated. Everybody talks about the weapons around him, but make no mistake about it, without his play this year, this is a different Bellevue West offense.
He's a transfer in from Millard West. Ducker with the short gain on first down.
Did that get him to the 200-yard mark?
Not yet.
Got to be knocking on the door.
Well, we believe it's 196. 23 carries, 196 for Ducker. He's over the 2,000-yard mark on the season. Needed just 114 to eclipse that. Came in with 1886. And he's now over 2,000 on the year. A big pop. Good hit there from Ben Radisson. Taggy was there for the initial contact on the completion to Sullivan.
Let's sniff this out. Side's done a pretty good job for the most part with the passing game. And it's been the ground game and the edge ground game in particular.
3rd down and 5 as we near the 5-minute mark of the 4th quarter. Breaking a couple of tackles, leaning forward, gain of 3 will bring up 4th down and 2 on the carry by Ducker. They'll go for it here. Out of the Wildcat, Ducker in the backfield. Creeping in is Holmstrom. Ducker keeps, ducks it up, has the first down. Good hit put on by Will Hurtado. But not before the first down yard is gained by Jay Ducker.
You can know it's coming. It's your free defender against their best ball carrier.
203 yards on the night now for Ducker. 29 carries, 25 carries.
Pretty business-like, right?
Couple of big plays. And Like there was motion there on the line, not called. Tripped up in the backfield, nice play. Made by Kobe Bretz, who's slow to get up.
And may have got a foot right in the old solar plex. Would that just be the abdomen? Are you an anatomy guy?
No.
It's Coach Meisenberg.
So he got it in the stomach?
Sure, let's go with that.
There you go. I am an anatomy guy. 3:30 to go here. 3:29 as they tend to Bretz. So curious, did you think Bellevue West was the best team throughout the year in Class A?
I did. They were, you know, there were some along the way that maybe questioned the schedule. I mean, anytime you go wire to wire darn near at #1 and you're the 4 seed.
Right.
People wonder about the schedule, but they handled business in the playoffs and beat what I thought was the next best team in the state, Millard West.
Great semifinal game. Really the first time they were stressed this year. They actually trailed in that game in the 3rd quarter. Flipped out over the middle, caught. About a yard shy of a first down on the completion to Keegan Johnson.
Take a look at the replay here. You can't be disgruntled. This is kind of what they do. It's 28-0. There's 3 minutes to go, and yes, they are throwing the football. Coached in a game against them this year. They had a running clock, went hurry up, and still threw the football. It's part of the game.
Ducker on 3rd and 1 will get the first down. Tackle made by Dominic Rizak. The strong safety.
Rizak's just a sophomore, isn't he?
He is just a sophomore. 6 foot, 165 sophomore as you look at Will Hurtado.
Maybe one of about 20 in that family. Dad, DJ. Got at least 4 siblings that I'm familiar with.
So ball spotted at the 11-yard line. First down and 10 from the 11. The keep. Here's Glantz. Good contact again by Jack Wimmer, yeah.
Quietly had a very nice football game.
And Wimmer's also just a sophomore.
A lot of these skill guys for Westside that play on the perimeter are just juniors. Could make the case a short time from out to be preseason #1 with what they bring back. No, they don't worry about that now, obviously. In the state championship game, it hasn't gone the way that you wanted it to.
Cole Payton is back, and that's a big piece of your offense. Ducker with the carry, and Ducker in there for another touchdown. 3-touchdown night for Jay Ducker.
Well, this is just fatigue right here. That offensive line is relentless, as is grade 8.
.27 carries, 214 yards, 3 touchdowns for Jay Ducker. Averaged nearly 8 yards a carry. Extra point is up, and it is good. Look through there.
I joke with you about your 30-28s. Ducker's a guy that probably has to have his pants tailored. He's got the thin waist, the huge thighs, and the short inseam. That'll be a nightmare to fit. Just wear shorts. Look at the leg strength. He is powerful.
Great night for Jay Ducker in his final game in a Bellevue West uniform. And they are just 1 minute 18 seconds of running clock away from the state championship.
Now that wind is whipping pretty good. Think Sean is still okay down there?
Yeah, we probably should check in. I'm concerned. We haven't heard from him for a while.
Picking up, though. Thankfully, we'll get the running clock.
With 1:18 to go. Sean has been begging for that touchdown for about 15 minutes.
He's down there in his frog togs trying to stay dry.
We've all used a frog tog at one time or another.
Yeah, I just wish they didn't tear so easily. Gone through a few pair of those. Yeah, and I put them in the dryer before. I don't recommend that.
Here's the kick, down at about the 12. Taggy will bring it back. Taggy hit right at the 27-yard line. I think the hooping and hollering you heard was a Gator bath coming the way. Yeah, he knew.
Wow.
Yeah, that's getting thrown under the bus by your quarterback.
I think it's kind of a myth, right? It's not the moisture and the cold temp that causes pneumonia, just hypothermia, right?
Yeah, that's not going to cause it.
One of the coaches on my staff tried to explain it to me before, and it was way above my pay grade. That's are most things.
It's been a good run for Michael Huffman, 5 years at Fort Calhoun. He's in his 7th year here at Bellevue West. That's fired down wide open and just off the fingertips one more time.
Story of the night.
One more look as it goes right through Caleb Carter's hands. Tried to make the adjustment. Time ticks away. And the Thunderbirds are taking home that school's 2nd state football championship. What a performance by the top team of the state. They finished the year 13-0 and dominate here in this Class A title game, the final 35-0. 2nd state title for Coach Huffman. When we come back, we'll have medals and trophies that will be handed out to the champs and the runners-up. Come back and join us right here on NET.
It's the most wonderful time of the year.
Hi, this is Marion Ross. Please join me and Gavin McLeod in A Classic Christmas.
Jingle bell, jingle bell, jingle bell rock. Have yourself a merry little Christmas. Mama, it's lovely weather for a sleigh ride together with you.
Thursday night at 8 Central on NET.
Nice work if you can get it.
Have you always wanted to be a star? Put your donation to work buying and producing the quality programming you expect from NET and PBS. Become a sustaining star.
Unforgettable.
Your automatic monthly donation is easy to set up. More of your gift supports NET, while you get the star treatment with easy automatic contributions and renewal. Visit netnebraska.org today.
Plastic is all around us, and we use it every day.
We're turning this place into Planet Plastic.
From our cups, to our phones, to our cars. But when we're done with it, plastic doesn't just disappear. Most of the plastic made over the last 70 years is still here. How our plastic habit has grown, and how to break our plastic addiction. The Plastic Problem.
Wednesday night at 9 Central on NET.
Coverage of the 2019 NSAA High School Football Championships on NET is made possible in part by the Nebraska Soybean Board, Education Quest Foundation, the Nebraska Public Power District, Aurora Cooperative, Constellation Energy, and Sarpy County Tourism. A big thank you to all of our sponsors who help us bring you the best high school athletes from across the state. We could not do it without your support. Back at Memorial Stadium, along with Damon Bidding, I'm Larry Putney. You'll hear from Sean Callahan momentarily. Bellevue West, your new state champion 2019 in Class A with a 35-0 8-0 win. If you would like a DVD copy of these state high school championships and preserve these memories for a lifetime, you can do it by just calling 800-868-1868, $19.95 plus shipping and handling, or you can log on to netnebraska.org/sports and pick up your copy of any of our high school championships on NET. Time now to introduce you to the runners-up from Westside, and for that we go to Rich Broderson.
The Nebraska School Activities Association is honored to have medals and trophies for both of these outstanding teams. Presentations will be made by NSAA Executive Director Jay Beller, NSAA Board of Director Thomas Lee from Omaha Northwest, and U.S. Bank Representative Brandon Terway. Here are the awards for runner-up Omaha Westside High School. Head coach Brett Frent and assistants present the silver medals. Players, please come forward as your name is called. Number 1, Caleb Carter. Number 2, Jackson Rawl. Number 3, Brent Guyette. Number 5, Sedarian Haywood. Number 6, John Sint. Number 8, Travis Ingram. Number 9, Cole Payton. Number 10, Ben Radicia. Number 11, Jake Holmstrom. Number 12, Payson Gillespie. Number 13, Raul Colani. Number 14, Colby Brown. Number 15, Grant Taggy. Number 16, Aiden Jackson. Number 17, Trevor Barajas. Number 18, Anthony White. Number 19, Carter Hogan. Number 20, Jacob Vincentini. Number 22, Cole Haberman. Number 23, Dominic Rizak. Number 24, Jack Wimmer. Number 25, Kobe Bretz. Number 28, Avante Dickerson. Number 30, Jordan Mayberry. Number 32, Darian Sepka. Number 33, Jackson Bush. Number 34, Bodie Harrell. Number 36, Will Hurtado. Number 41, Cade Reeser. Number 42, Spencer Schneiderman. Number 45, Simon Stover. Number 48, Brett Thorell. Number 49, Thomas Connolly. Number 51, Cade Haberman. Number 52, Jackson McMillan. Number 53, Miles O'Brien. Number 55, Kyle Hatcher. Number 56, Bo Lucas. Number 58, Ryan Sadeska. Number 59, Nate Knoll. Number 60, Thomas Mann. Number 62, Matthew Trimble. Number 63, Jack Swanson. Number 65, Jackson James. Number 66, Mason Thomas. Number 69, Quincy Hogan. Number 71, Jackson Yeager. Number 72, Adam Miller. Number 75, Jeremiah Kim. Number 76, Cade Preister. Number 78, Ashton Travis. Number 80, Kyle Vincentini. Number 81, Caden Van Hill. Number 84, Cal Wiedemann. Number 86, Taylor Bruber. Number 87, Joseph Estee. And number 88, Parker Codis. For these outstanding athletes and their school, here is the 2019 NSAA Class A State Football Runner-Up Trophy. Congratulations, Omaha Westside High School.
Really a terrific season for this Westside Warriors squad, finishing at 10-3 on the year, runners up in Class A. Congratulations on a great year to Coach Brent Frank and the rest of the Westside Warriors.
I got a lot of juniors coming back. I think they just have to understand, listen, they gave it their best shot, didn't play their best game, but you can't question the effort.
Well, time now to introduce you to the champs. Let's go back to Rich Broderson.
And now, ladies and gentlemen, to the champions, Bellevue West High School. Head coach Mike Huffman, we have a special award for you. Coach Huffman and his assistants will present the gold medals. Players, please come forward as your name is called. Number 2, William Keyser. Number 3, Caden Helm. Number 5, Nate Sullivan. Number 6, Keegan Johnson. Number 7, Trey Hepburn. Number 8, Jay Tucker. Number 9, Giovanni Contreras. Number 10, Hunter Brown. Number 11, Nick Jenez. Number 12, Riley Sign. Number 13, Evan Cleveland. Jacob Whitcock. Number 14, Xavier Betts. Number 16, Devin Mills. Number 17, Ty Stuck. Number 18, Nate Glantz. Number 19, Jack McDonald. Number 20, Preston Ames. Number 21, Cruz Gerardo. Number 22, Jerome Houston. Number 23, Jay Sean Smith. Number 24, Zach Bussey. Number 26, Ryan Rogers. Number 27, Seth Gage. Number 28, Jalen Avant. Number 29, Jackson Frill. Number 30, Jaden Roberts. Number 31, Kier. Number 32, Morrow Smith. Number 33, Wyatt Cooper. Number 34, Cameron House. Number 35, Austin Woodard. Number 36, Anthony Garcia. Number 37, Leslie Richardson. Number 38, Keenan Torres. Number 39, Jarrett McQueen. Number 41, CJ Lillienkamp. Number 42, Anthony Gianelli. Number 43, Ethan Remond. Number 44, Dylan Fouch. Number 48, Gabriel Champion. Number 50, Cole Arnold. Number 51, Benjamin Hazel. Number 52, Brett Ginter. Number 53, Caden Blowbaum. Number 55, Henry Rickles. Number 56, Caden Metz. Number 58, Caden Camise. Number 59, Kellen Steuben. Number 60, Jacob Stevenson. Number 61, Jaden Gunsman. Number 62, Kakoa Chai. Number 64, Dominic Mertz. Number 67, Logan Glasgow. '68, Adam Johnson. Number 69, Gary Colin. Number 70, Thomas Alt. Number 72, Hayden Lind. Number 73, Cameron Kodak. Number 74, TJ Griffin.
Don't you hurt me. Do not hurt me.
Number 76, Jacob Waddell. Number 77, David Waller. Number 78, Tyler Cheney. Number 80, Richard Carper. Number 85, Jeremiah Warren. Number 88, Micah Riley. Number 89, Chase Anderson. Number 98, Matthew Thompson. And number 99, David Shannon.
Okay, let's get the rest of it. Blow bomb over here. I gotta order the rest. All right, back this way.
Presenting the championship game ball from Farmers Mutual Insurance is Vice President of Agencies, Andy Kraus. And for these outstanding athletes and their school, here is the 2019 NSAA Class A State Football Championship Trophy. Congratulations, Bellevue West High School.
There are your champs, Bellevue West in Class A for the second time. They won it back in 2016 and take it again here in 2019.
That was a well-earned championship. It's hard to go wire to wire when you're the hunted, but listen, when you're that talented and that well coached, man, you give yourself a really, really good chance.
Down on the field to Sean Callahan.
We're not on yet, are we, Gavin? We're with Coach Huffman here, victorious Coach Huffman. Coach, congratulations. State title #2 here at Bellevue West. This season in general, undefeated wire to wire. What did you like the most about your team all year?
You know, I just love the balance between the offensive running game, the offensive passing game, the defensive running rush defense was fantastic the entire year. In the past, we'd been a little leaky on pass defense, but they weren't this year. They were just they wanted to live up to our Bellevue West standard, and as a whole team, they were fantastic.
You had a running back tonight. Ducker goes for over 200, has been one of the best running backs the last 3 years in the state of Nebraska. What has he meant to your program?
You know, that's a kid that you could obviously never replace. I mean, the way that kid plays the game, and, you know, I'm thankful that he wears the purple and gold. We told him earlier in the week, because this forecast has been out there for a long time, that he might have to tote it 50 times. And if we got to ride your coattails, man, we're going to do it. And he said, Coach, I got it. You know, and that doesn't happen without those linemen up front. You know, I'd be really interested to see how many touchdowns that these linemen, because, you know, Thomas Alt, Caden Lynn were, you know, 3-year starters. Cameron Kodak's a 2-year starter. Kakoa Chai. I mean, there's a lot of guys that came together for that. The receivers, as you see, week in and week out watching us block really, really well. It takes a whole team effort to get that many touchdowns.
Yeah, and your defense, everyone always says you guys are offense, but, man, you guys pitched a shutout here tonight.
Super, super proud of them. You know, they had a great season, and they did it from start to finish. They had one hiccup in the semifinals, and if you want to call a hiccup, I mean, we played, you know, the #2 team in the state of Nebraska, and that was a great high school football game, so I'm super proud of them. But it all starts up front. Those 4 defensive linemen are animals. You know, the linebackers between Jack McDonald and Kier, Jaden Roberts, they wiped up the stuff that the D-line didn't take care of, and if anything did slip through, the DBs were fantastic this year.
Well, Coach, congratulations here on a state championship tonight.
Thank you so much, man. Great to see you. All right.
Let's bring in Jay Ducker and future Husker Xavier Retz. Jay Ducker tonight, Coach Huffman said he knew that this was going to have to be a game for the running back. You took on that challenge, over 200 yards, and led your team to the state championship.
Yeah, I have to give a lot of credit to my Thunderhogs. They did a heck of a job, and like most of the time, I'd break a hole and not even have to, they wouldn't even get touched until the safeties. And then from there, just went from there. It was just
what it's all about. I mean, look at this atmosphere, the snow. I mean, is this what you guys dreamed of?
This is Nebraska. Huffman always says it goes from, if you're good, you're going to play from the hot to the very cold. And this just really describes it right here.
This group, though, you guys have played a lot of football together. Just how special is this group of seniors as far as what you guys accomplished here?
I wouldn't even say just, I would say this overall, the whole team. We're such a good bonding team. We had a lot of team bonding over the summer. We just like each other, and I think we just played for each other instead of playing for other people, and that's why we won.
Well, congrats, and we'll look forward to following your career at Northern Illinois.
Thank you.
All right, we're waiting on Xavier Betts here. He's doing some celebratory hugs.
You guys ready, Nate?
Let's get Xavier Betts in here. And we got future Husker Xavier Betts here now as well. Obviously, this was not a game really for the wide receivers, but your team got it done tonight. How special was it to get it done?
It's honestly an unbelievable feeling. I mean, especially because we did it my freshman year, and us freshmen didn't have that big of a role. I mean, and then coming in this year, and we're the key players. It's a great feeling. It's unbelievable.
To win a championship on the field that you plan to play on, how special is that tonight?
It's awesome because just thinking about it, I was talking with Nate, I think it was yesterday or Sunday, that I'm finishing my high school career here, and then I'm going to start my college career here, so it's kind of crazy.
Well, hey, congratulations. We look forward to following you here at Nebraska here in the future.
Thank you.
Guys, back up to you.
All right, thanks very much, Sean. Congratulations once again. Thunderbirds are state champs as they pile around the trophy for their championship picture. Complete performance tonight by Bell West. Here's a look at the champs that were crowned. First ever state title for Osceola High Plains in the final year of their co-op. Humphrey St. Francis had a running clock the entire second half and then went over Pleasanton. Scott just survives over Scotts Bluff. Wahoo rolls over Pierce. Oakland Craig no trouble with Sutton, and Bellevue West knocks off Westside. Final thoughts, Damon?
I tell you what, we saw a lot of good football and some rising stars and some guys that are getting ready to put a fork in this one to start the next endeavor of some secondary school, man. It was a fantastic couple of days, and listen, really, really fortunate to work with this crew at NET, the camera crew, just the whole group, man.
Yeah, for the most part, it was great working with you too, Damon, so thanks. We appreciate it.
Yeah, you're all right too, Larry.
Thanks, TV. Hey, I want to thank everyone for joining us over these last couple of days as we brought you 6 state championships right here at NET. So one final time for Damon Benning, for Jay Moore, Doug Dudas, Sean Callahan, our entire NET Sports production crew, thanks so much for joining us. Until next time, I'm Larry Putney, and good night from Memorial Stadium in Lincoln.